If I told you the things I've seen on my ways, if I told you the things I've done in my days, you wouldn't believe me anyway. So it's best I just don't say. I've lived 1,000 lives, I've piloted 1,000 souls, I killed and fought and died just for a single role.
Hello.
Why, hello there.
Hello.
And welcome
Hi.
to an afternoon of Demigods on Happy Jacks. I regret everything that just happened in the last 15 seconds.
I respect that you committed.
Do you want to come in again?
No, I already
Okay.
did.
That's all right.
Even one more. For safety.
Anyway,
Safety.
hello. I'm Jason. This is Happy Jacks. You're listening live or later. Those are the only two options. And, we are playing my game, the thing that I made, Demigods, because I am important.
You are coming in with so much Saturday heat, and I am.
It's a lot of pressure.
Saturday
I had-
a whole lot of
Yeah.
cheese.
I had 5 hours of sleep last night. I don't know what's happening right now.
Respect.
Is that a lot? A
Um,
little? I don't know.
But the game today, I've actually been looking forward to for a long time because I have a couple of backers from our Kickstarter in August who backed at the very highest level and get to be in a game run by me and my weird friends.
I clicked the wrong button. To be honest.
That's fair.
You got the weird
I do
friends
that all the
button, you
time.
got-
I didn't see it was marked weird.
Yeah.
So
You got
this
the good
is
one.
Right.
this is the first of several Kickstarter backer games, and we're joined by our Kickstarter backer, famous Kickstarter backer,
Yes.
Brian Susskind.
Yay!
I think
Introduce
famous
yourself?
is sort of a stretch. I'm Brian Susskind. I'm a game designer. I work for Kobold Press and various other game companies. And,
Hey.
and I backed Demigods, as you should have.
Ooh, I
Right?
like that.
Gosh.
Who else we got?
Hi, I'm Jay. I'm a semi-regular here with the Happy Jacks crew, and just happy to be here playing.
Nice. Pass.
No? Refused.
Gotta shoot my shot. Hi, I'm Maria Iyengar, and yeah, I love this game so much. Now, what is it again?
Demigods.
Them guys.
Wow.
That really font life, though.
Yeah.
That last edit was weird.
Yeah.
And I'm Kimmy, and I'm here in Happy Jacks a lot, and I also write games at goldenlassogames.com. And I have a Kickstarter coming up that I'm hoping is even a partially, small
It will
smidgen of the
far
success
eclipse. It'll far
of
eclipse
Demigods. So,
So looking forward to it.
yeah,
Yeah.
February 2nd. Woo-hoo.
Hell
2
yeah.
p.m. at 2/2/2020.
I like that. I like all of
nice.
that.
It's very good.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we pimping Kickstarters?
Sure, I do it.
I don't have
Oh.
one.
Oh.
I was just
know.
asking. I didn't
know.
know. Like, Jay, do
Kickstarter?
you want to do a Kickstarter? real
Yeah,
quick?
let's do a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Keep an
right.
eye out for that.
Yeah.
I like
great.
it. So today we're gonna just do a one shot of Demigods, and we have a little process to go through here. What playbooks did you pick?
I picked the Muse.
Yes.
And how much do you want us to say in that?
Why don't we just read the little blurb? That's fun, right? Everyone likes reading blurbs.
Yeah.
The Muse.
Blurb.
The talent producers, the two smooth seducers, the one who take home anyone but losers. You make everyone look good, well, especially yourself. The kingmaker, the shot taker. You invented Top Shelf.
Yes.
Boy, howdy.
It's rhyme. I love it.
Yeah. That's one of my
All
favorites.
right.
I've been annoyed with the Muse forever for making me write that.
That's fair. I
Like,
guess
no,
fair.
I don't get a blurb. Are you kidding? Look at me.
Nice. I'm playing the Arcane Playbook. Witch, Wizard, Sorcerer, Mage. Wielding the forces of fate itself is your game, and you're the best at what you do. You have cold insight into the forces of fate and are adept at tweaking it to your will. You search the lost world for lost artifacts and delve for the understanding of what makes magic tick. No mystery is beyond your ken. But are you a force for good, or will hubris be your downfall?
I choose hubris.
Yeah.
Every time.
Pride
Every
goeth before the
time.
fall.
I didn't know there was not an option. Nice. I'm playing the Artisan. The Golden Fleece, Mjolnir, and the Chandrahas are all divine creations made for the gods, but it was the artisan among them who crafted such wonders. You are the ones who shape the thread. Let's try that one more time. You are the one who shapes the threads of fate into works of art, weapons, armor, and devices useful to you, your weave, and your pantheon. Stand back, eye protection on. It's time to craft.
I approve. And I'm playing the Elemental. Which is exciting. I've never done that before. The Elemental embodies a specific element and is in a constant struggle between their mortal and primordial natures. Often distant and disconnected from humanity, you occasionally find yourself on the wrong end of a social interaction because you relate better to your element than people. Pick an element you like to control, like air, earth, fire, water, or something else. You cannot be injured by an element you've mastered, and can manipulate it in basic ways.
Did you pick an element yet?
I am in the process of that. It will
All right.
happen momentarily.
Cool.
Poi.
Nice.
Did you say poi or koi?
Wow.
Because either
Both are
one.
great choices.
Ooh.
Poi is a little messier. That's probably all more clean up with poi.
You're just a purple bender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so excellent. The purple bender.
Yes.
What's your power?
Yeah.
The power of poi.
Purple.
I mean, I'm interested and
Yeah.
would like to
I'd
know
like to
more.
know more.
Yeah. All right. So in setting up to play, we've got the playbook. Kind of starts on the right side of the front page. There's even little page numbers if you don't want to fold it in half. I mean.
Folding's
So
hard.
on the right side there, you've got a section to fill in your name and your pantheon and how you feel about those things, your backstory, that kind of stuff. You can sort of think about as we go on as well. I think we're going to set it in Los Angeles. And did you want to keep the HGTV
Okay.
host kind of idea?
Yeah, it was my wife's idea. So.
Okay.
Yay, sweetie.
Yep.
Yay.
Then that's a good thing to keep.
Okay, then I'll keep that.
So we have one demigod who is an HGTV house flip host.
Trash or treasure.
Yeah, Trash or Treasure.
Nice.
So that's just something to keep in mind as we're going around. So also on that front page, you're going to describe your look. That includes things like gender expression, ethnicity, clothing style, etc. And you also, this isn't always obvious, but you can have some like weird supernatural shit about you too. Glowing eyes or gills. I don't know if you have gills, but it's stuff that mortals will actively ignore because they don't want to see it. Mm-hmm. So you can have some weird stuff. Snakes for hair. I don't recommend it, but if there are options.
Okay.
The page also asks if you were informed by your divine parent or a messenger or some other thing. You, as a demigod, you are a combination of a divine being and a mortal parent. So, or you may have two mortal parents and you've been divinely adopted. But whatever it is, you're a mix of those two worlds, and so you may not have ever met your divine parent. Your mortal parents, though, probably don't know anything about the supernatural world. Most mortals don't. They can't, hold that information in their mind because it's just too much. So that's important to have in your background. I also like to know how you feel about your pantheon. Not necessarily how they feel about you. I'll help with that part. But do you like your pantheon? We know demigods can get poached into other pantheons. Sometimes they get recruited if you're not happy. And you are a valuable resource that somebody will value. So, and then I also want to know a little bit about your mortal family. So what was that like growing up? Some demigods have their abilities their whole life. Sometimes they discover it later as a teenager. It's up to you how you want to work that out. Or maybe you were adopted as a 50-year-old. That's okay too. That's for you to decide. On the front page also is your Ascendance move, which is the big honkin' Uber move that you can do that just lets you take control of the narrative for a little bit and let us know how it worked out based on your flavor of Ascendance. The idea there is that you're channeling so much divine energy, you just take over the current fates and let us know how that turns out. But if you use it 3 times, you are too divine and you have to ascend to your pantheon because you can't hang out here anymore. Gods aren't supposed to hang out on the earthly plane. Groups of demigods aren't supposed to hang out on the earthly plane. But you all work together to save your spindle, and that has somehow propped up your fates to not collapse in on a vortex of happenstance. We'll get to that at the end.
Okay.
The inside of the playbook has the attributes, gifts, threads, and then harm and favor as well. Your 5 attributes: prowess, metal, awe, judgment, and weird cover that's the whole gamut of attributes. Prowess is your fighting ability. Metal is your sort of how cool you know, under pressure. Your awe is how impressive you are. That's not necessarily how beautiful you are, right? You might be horrible and impressive. The judgment is kind of like a catch-all perception attribute. Like how well do you pick up on the world around you? Are people lying to you? You know, so it's an insight, perception, you know, just being aware of your surroundings, right? And weird is your aptitude for manipulating magic itself. So a low weird character can still manipulate magic and use the bend fate move, which is based on weird. You're just not as adept at it as, let's say, the arcane, probably. So the attributes there's a line that says where your attributes start. So you just jot those numbers down, and then you get to add 1 to one of them. And then you get to pick gifts, not gifts. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Though it would be an interesting game.
Yeah. Your divine gifts.
God.
I just made up a word that I regret.
Oh, it's forever now.
Let's see. So the gifts. I'm just going to sort of prattle on while you all are making decisions, and then if we need to roll back and talk about something, that's fine. The gifts are just kind of a static benefit that you get for the most part. Some of them are the same across all the sheets. So like the epic weapon, epic shield, epic steed, those are available to everyone. Epic armor, I think, as well. Those all have, like epic armor and epic weapons have a numeric benefit. All epic weapons deal 4 harm. Each of you have 7 health, so 4 harm is a lot, right? That's quite a bit. And epic armor will absorb 2 harm, so that's also quite a bit. An epic steed is some sort of mount or car or motorcycle, whatever it is, and your tools, instruments, anything else on that epic list. Some of those are unique to your playbooks. Anything that says divine in the gift is like a divine attribute, right? So it might be divine might or intellect or things like that, and you're just extra good at that. Divinely good, one might say.
They might.
There's no specific numeric bonus with it, but it describes the character in an important way. And then there are some gifts on there that are strange and unique and not obvious of what they are. And we'll decide that. If something is like, I don't know what this does, cool, let's make it up and do that together, because that's fun. And that's probably a good place to rein it in and see where we are.
Nice. Are you going to take divine intellect?
Probably.
Okay.
Actually, maybe not, though.
just want to make sure there's a smart in the group, and I don't mind not being
Smart. We don't need smarts.
That's
These
true.
can be the smarts. I'm gonna take.
This was my chance to be a dumb.
Okay.
Yeah, just this one time.
Just this once.
Heart.
I heart you.
Yeah, I think we said that what I was going to do would probably be low on the weird, but high on awe. Is it awe or sort of like a force of personality thing
Yeah.
that I can't control at all? And
Yeah. Awe is a good representation, I think, of what you're talking about. And not pumping up the weird means you don't have a lot of control over what's happening.
Perfect.
Which
I voluntarily fail all those rolls. Well, then aura of inspiration sort of makes sense. It's maybe not inspirational. Well, it's probably inspirational to somebody.
yeah, I mean you're good at getting people to go along with your plans.
Or really bad, as you know, as the case may be. So yeah, I'm happy to have that flip flop. However you want to do it.
Great.
So do we have an idea for where you want this adventure to take place? Because it'll kind of depend, like it'll impact what stuff I take.
Yeah, I don't know if HGTV is usually filmed in Hollywood. I assume it always looks like it's Georgia or something.
Yeah.
And,
I think they have in various cities for
Yeah.
I feel like every show is
Yeah.
its own thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we have
It is now.
HGTV Santa Monica,
Nice.
Sure.
all those beach house flips.
Good. I
Yeah.
know Los Angeles. I've been there.
Yeah.
That's where I keep my stuff.
So yeah, I think that'll be just a good rough start.
Okay.
Surrounded by dogs.
Oh, you hear them too. Oh, thank
Yeah.
All right. I think I have most of mine done. I have to finish picking my moves, but I can share. All right. So I am Flora, the elemental. I'll come up with the last name in a minute. I think my divine parent is going to be, I think it's pronounced Makosh. She's a Slavic deity of fertility and moisture.
How do you spell
How fucking dare
Makosh.
you? And I'm gonna sit here and not
Mokosh. But she's also known for protecting women and like weaving and things like that. So my I pick my elemental is like plants and plant life and things like that.
Are you sure you don't want the verdant?
Oh, it's probably I already marked up this book.
I mean, they're not going to go anywhere
I
else.
forgot about that.
Maybe you want the verdant.
Yeah, maybe in a minute. Well, let me finish
Yeah,
introducing
okay.
my character.
Sure.
So Pantheon fills are really good. Makosh and my mom are in love because Makosh also has a couple different lovers according to the Google.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Googles that I studied. So I kind of grew up knowing and getting to know Makosh as best any deity demigod could. And my mom knows and is super oh yeah, you're the mom, you're the mom. So all that stuff. So and I chose I might have to switch those, never mind if I'm switching. But do I get an elemental? Is there a familiar for the verdant?
There's an animal companion.
Okay, that'll work then. Yeah, I'll switch. I forgot about that. There's a whole nother playbook that would probably fit
that's-
better.
That's for dealing with nature.
Actual
and,
doing
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Kimmy's going to come in again.
Hey.
No, just remember all this stuff and just change
Yeah.
the playbook.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll
All these
adapt.
people at home are frantically
Yeah,
scratching
right?
stuff out now.
It's
And, you know.
Jesus.
But I figured that I could be a landscape architect.
Oh, yeah.
So then that's
That
how we
fits
know
in.
each other.
Yeah.
You're definitely the verdant.
Yes.
That-
Okay.
Girl. The element I bend is plants.
Yes. I don't know.
There's a playbook for that.
There's a playbook. I know. I'm sorry. I forgot. I forgot the thing.
Okay, that's great. So Flora, the daughter of Makosh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Flora uses she/her pronouns.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good to go. Okay. So my character's name is Margot Gogo Green. She's she, they pronouns. Isn't super bothered about it. She's a big comfy hipster. So very 90s aesthetic with the grunge oversized tied around her waist, and she has a top. Not her hair is teal and green, and it's in like a high bun, and she's got an undercut with the chemical symbol for dopamine shaped into the back.
Hey,
and it's glitter.
everyone likes dopamine. You
Yeah,
have
right?
to.
She's the child. I haven't quite figured out what I want to do with the divine parent. I want it to be something close to like my generation's current like hustle. Hustle is a thing. So she's the daughter of hustle.
Of the hustle.
Yeah.
Of the gig economy.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you
She's
meant the dance. I'm sorry. that's-
Also the dance.
Yeah. So she like by day she's a tinker and obviously does artisan stuff, but at night she's like also a bartender.
Yeah.
And makes very good drinks and other things.
Oh.
So the
exciting.
gifts I chose are alchemical texts,
Uh-oh.
bottomless bag, and divine intellect.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the moves, I grabbed a brewmaster. So, but I don't want it to be like physical potions. She makes little pills.
Oh.
And she reaches into a bottomless bag, which is like a little hip pack, and so like grabs like small things of powder and like crushes them into like little like one-off potions.
Nice.
So that's how that works. She also has a workshop, and because I get mobile workshop because of the bottomless bag
For
thing.
free.
Yeah, she actually carries around just a doorknob, and she like breaks off doorknob like the doorknobs on any other door, and she
Like
can plug
jams
her
that in
doorknob
there?
Yeah,
Oh,
and it
that's
opens up to
really
her
cool.
workshop.
Love it.
So that's how she kind of just lives in that. She doesn't really have another
And
place.
when you leave that place, do they just have a busted doorknob now?
I mean, sometimes she fixes it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super easy. Like she's good at fixing stuff, so she's just like, let me just,
That's fine.
you're fine now. She also has Deus Ex Machina. So it's the when you touch a device or a machine, and you can project your will into it. For her, I think she takes the gum that she always has in her mouth and sticks it on the thing. And that's what puts her consciousness into it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's sort of like the proto-molecule.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just like a really like trashy graffiti golem. Just like here,
Yeah.
have some. That's me. That's also me for now.
Yeah. I love it.
Yep. That's her.
Okay, cool.
Oh, God. So, I'm again working with the Arcane playbook here. I feel as I flip it over. I have the very distinct name of Kevin O'Neill.
Kevin.
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 My divine parent is the Morrigan.
Yeah.
And I'm imagining the Morrigan, and this may be, here's a bunch of backstory
Yeah.
about the world of gods and goddesses and all the stuff. So in this sort of, my imagining of the Morrigan here is they are the heads of like the secret, like the spy service of this sort of magic, wizarding, godly world.
Okay.
And so like they're behind the scenes, they're doing a bunch of shit. They're always sort of like creeping in on shit and stealing and like a little bit for hire, but a little bit towards appropriating.
Yeah, appropriate.
Yeah, and a little bit towards like tipping the balance of good and evil.
Okay.
And like trying to maintain a balance. So sometimes they do good shit, sometimes they do bad shit.
Yeah, okay.
And I've been sort of indoctrinated into this world via an old book that I read. My mortal parents, both of them were mortal, were librarians, and I was like wandering around in their like research thing, and I just grabbed the wrong book,
Oh, wow.
which was like the Book of the Morrigan Secrets, and opened it up, and then boom, now I'm a Morrigan.
Okay.
So I'm covered in tattoos. I'm biracial with long dreadlocks.
Yeah.
My tattoos serve as my spell book, my ritual spell book.
That's cool.
That is cool.
So that's how I do the spell work. The secret society are like, so I can encounter other Morrigan out there in the world,
Yeah.
and like they give me shit to do, and I have to do it, and I'm very sort of like trapped in this thing that I chose when I was a kid by accident.
Yeah, like
But-
I definitely made a good decision when I was 13.
Exactly. I just pulled a book, you guys. And I can, like all Morgans, turn into a bird,
Okay.
into a crow.
Nice.
I selected cantrips, so little spells that take little or no effort. So I can unlock objects, so any locked object I can unlock. I can pick pockets, and move unseen.
Okay.
And I also selected counter spell.
Yep.
Oh, and with my advance, I went with the voice.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Reminder: everyone gets an advance to start
I
for
forgot
our
about
one
that.
shot. So.
Sir?
Okay. Cool.
I don't want to speak for everybody, but can we just watch Kevin?
I'm gonna.
Oh.
All right, I picked the Muse, and I tried to go for a really neutral name, but then you picked Kevin, so maybe that's changing. I was going to go with Matt. Technically, he's Matt McGill because that's his mother's name, but for some reason, every piece of ID he has always changes to Matt Murphy because he is a child of Murphy's Law.
Yes.
He has little to no control over his powers, so good luck and bad luck happens to him and other people around him somewhat randomly.
Awesome.
Which leads him to his career as an HGTV star of a house flipping show called Trash or Treasure. Sometimes the houses are really awful and he loses a bunch of money, and sometimes they're inexplicably great with like a hidden safe full of tons of money for no reason at all.
Either one makes great TV.
Yeah, right,
Oh my
exactly.
God, that's so good.
Oh my God, we're losing so much money on this.
So I picked so his mom had a fling with this guy named Murphy that she met, and 9 months later, here comes Matt, and Dad wasn't around, as you might expect, for most of his childhood, but even from a kid, it was bad luck and good luck happened all over the place, and finally the dad had to come back in and be like, okay, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
And so he and his mom have grown up knowing it. He has a little sister named Fran, who is not a god, and thinks it's cool, even though Matt has sort of a love-hate relationship with the fact that he's a demigod, because sometimes it's great. I mean, and I tried to think, like, what would it be like growing up your whole life where bad stuff and good stuff happen just completely randomly around you? And you either turn out to be like Eeyore, like, oh, raining again, or you just sort of be like, yeah, okay, rain, all right. Or you'd end up like the dude, I guess.
Yeah.
But that was a little tropic, and I didn't want to sort of, go that. So he's just sort of, he takes it in stride.
Oh, that's so good.
So like in person, him kind of guy. On screen, he's very slick looking and handy, like all HGTV stars are. And off screen, he is just a mess. Maybe barely, like just shy of being a hoarder because he doesn't bother to throw things away. I mean, it's clean. It's not like he's not like dirty, but it's just like he has stuff because stuff. Lost Amazon boxes just show up at his house, and he's like, I guess this is where I ordered this. Why not?
I imagine the show goes through a few PAs each season.
Oh, yeah.
Just the ones who have to deal with getting Matt to where he's supposed to be.
There's probably a really good psychiatric program attached to the show.
Yep.
And I think some of these skills I picked, I tried to figure out like why the heck anyone would hire this guy. So I picked Aura of Inspiration and Blessed. I'm sorry, #Blessed. Because that's like the core of his powers. But then I picked Snake Eyes, so he can, sway a mortal. I think maybe that's how he got his show. But that does seem a little.
I like it.
Seems like, well, okay, so maybe he's that manipulative about the whole thing. He's like, I really wanted this show. But yeah, I think there's probably a whole bunch of PAs who are like, I'm outside your house. Get in the car.
Yeah.
Okay, get in the car. Then the doorknob comes off.
Yeah.
Why is there traffic all of a sudden?
That's right. Yeah. Or next week will be no traffic. And we're like, there's never traffic when I need to get something.
Exactly.
Did you say Kevin uses he, him?
Yes, Kevin uses
Okay.
him.
And Margot?
She, they.
Got it. Cool.
Now that I have the right playbook, I'll tell you what I actually.
Yeah, tell us. Tell us about Flora Makash. Flora of Makash.
Of Makash, yeah. So the gifts I chose Animal Companion. So she's got like it's like a ladybug, but it's like an inch long, like an inch and a half
like a
long.
giant ladybug.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
That is, seriously terrible.
I love it.
Right?
They're cute when they're small.
Yeah, it's like magic god gift ladybug, and epic armor and tree walking. And then I chose Clever Girl. I can track prey, regrowth. I can channel life forces directly into myself and others to heal them. Shape changer, and then spies everywhere. I'm able to interview plants and wildlife about stuff around them. And I decided like she's going to have kind of like olive skin, but her hair. If you look really close, like, and if you're another demigod, you probably notice it's like, oh, it looks kind of like vines, but and they change color kind of with the season.
Oh, that's
nice.
cool.
So in like winter, she's got like just like dark brown, almost black hair, and then in spring, it's like this like kind of like lightish green. In summer, so it kind of goes through like this thing. So people just think she loves dyeing her hair.
Sure.
But it's like she's got like long straight hair that just like changes like that.
I mean, nobody dyes their hair all the
Nobody
time. That's weird.
That'd be
Yeah.
super weird.
But like dark green in summer, and then in fall, it's like orangey, like reddish kind of.
Awesome.
That's
Cool.
super cool.
That's cool.
Cool.
So she just came out of the orangey red phase again. All right.
Set a
That's
clock
fun.
by it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So with the advance, since I haven't picked an advance yet, I could pick protege if you wanted to assign a PA.
That's fine if you want to do that, or if there's lots of things you can pick on the advanced list. So don't feel hemmed in by that, because I will throw PAs in the scene when I need them.
Yes.
That's fair.
I'm going to take Zoom and Enhance
Ooh, yeah.
All
for
right.
my upgrade.
I think I'll just pick Divine Charm, because
Oh, sure.
this
Yeah,
guy would
that's
not have
good.
this show if he wasn't charming.
Yeah. I like
Can
that.
I roleplay this?
He's a
Jury's
you
out.
can.
a handsome mess.
Yeah.
Yay!
I know.
I almost described him like a young Bob Vila, but then I decided I couldn't imagine what that looked like,
How
really.
dare. How dare you not?
Was Bob Vila young?
I don't think so. I think it's
No.
sort
He
of
was
like...
born old like Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. It's one age.
Yeah.
Born old and stopped aging,
Yeah,
apparently.
exactly.
Okay, so we've got our gifts and our moves picked out. The threads on the back page or the tangles, I mean, are the relationships you're going to build with each other in a minute. You've also got your advancements there. Earning threads. Oh, yeah, that's on the inside page now. This is good. Good job, me. The one thing you should probably read off for your fellow demigods is how you gain a thread, because they're different for everybody. Except for, well, the first two are anytime you roll doubles, you get a thread for that in any game that you're playing.
True. I will
Yep.
say it in whatever game we play. Take a threat.
And if you do something that we all agree was really freaking epic, then you're going to get a thread for that. But then there are 4 things that are unique to your playbook. And I'm basically bribing you to do those. So,
But you're very upfront about it. So
yeah, I mean,
okay.
it's honesty. What do you have, Brian?
I have throw a party, seduce someone, take the spotlight, or urge someone to greatness.
And
You got this.
you're also welcome to modify. A lot of people aren't comfortable with, like, they don't want their character to have sexual relationships. And so if you want to do seduce someone as, like, get somebody to do the thing you want them to do,
I'll play it by ear.
like, it's up to you how you want to do that. It's flexible.
This guy's such a hot mess. I feel sorry for anybody in a relationship with him.
Well, he's
might not
charming
survive
in
the
the
date.
moment, right?
They fall for like the HGTV and they're like, yeah, this is great. Oh my god, you're a
Yeah.
I got trampled by an elephant on that day.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
happen?
it's the guy you meet at the bar. You're like, oh dang, yeah, this guy's hot. Yeah, cool. Let's do this. Let's go. Oh no, what am I?
Yeah.
No.
What did I
Like, the
just
whole
walk
date
into?
would be like a roller coaster. You'd be like, it was awful and great and awful again, and then it was great, and then, yeah.
I don't even
the
know
last
what.
great thing. You're like, let's stop here.
Yes, I'm here. Gotta go.
Yeah. Jay, what are your 4?
Cast a spell, chastise recklessness.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking at you.
I feel targeted.
Yeah.
Profiling.
Investigate a mystery and explain how magic works.
Magic
So,
explain.
okay.
Mates play.
little maid-splaining, you guys. It's going to be great.
Nice. Mine is fail a roll, make something cool, explain how a device works, and break something you shouldn't have.
Oh, wow.
Would never do that.
All right.
Everything you broke should be broken.
Exactly.
I can't remember a time where I had like a one-shot or a playtest with the artisan and the arcane in the game together, explaining things to each other, and I'm looking forward to it.
We'll just
Yeah.
like be off to the side, like, yeah, you guys, we'll get coffee.
That's not how that works. It is how it works.
No, it works like this because it's magic.
You're getting magic in my machine.
You got your machine in my magic.
This is like when they have ancient aliens followed immediately by ancient engineers.
Yes.
I am an
It was
unapologetic
aliens.
fan of
No,
ancient
it was
aliens.
levers. Guys, levers existed. Pretty easy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's good. My 4 are defend the wilds, act like a plant or animal, talk with a plant or animal, and share too much information.
Act like a plant.
I am a tree.
Yeah. Just sort of transpire wherever you are.
I can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, probably no one will need their death move today. That would be weird. I think everyone read their moves already, right? We did that. And so we need to talk about your spindle.
Oh, I did put the I in team.
Oh, okay.
Because, I figured that's something that's going to happen whether I like it or not. So at least
it.
try to, angle it a little better toward goodness for you people.
Nice.
Excellent.
What do you mean, you people? Sorry, couldn't resist.
I'll laugh at that forever. Okay, so the spindle is a person, place, or thing that all of you hold important for some reason, whatever your relationship to this thing is. And is something you would risk your life to defend, and you're about to. So we need to come up with what sort of sphere you all would have in common where you have run across the same person or place or thing and have spent so much time with it, or it's so important to you for whatever reason. A lot of times if it's an artifact, object type of thing, it might not be localized. It might be like, oh, well, this was in your museum for a long time, and then it disappeared, and then it was in your basement, and somebody else had you drive it across the country. And, you know, it can be kind of wider spheres like that, but yeah, I mean, basically what we're looking for is, you know, in this Hollywood area, the HGTV sphere of influence, what might be the thing that we all have in common that you care so much about that you would risk your life for?
You're doing landscaping, Kimmy.
Yeah.
I have the show thing inexplicably.
Oh yeah.
So, Jay, what was Kevin's deal?
Didn't really have a job yet. You bartend.
Yeah.
I mean, could it be we all live in the same building? All live in the same place?
It could be. You would have to be sort of unaware of each other because demigods who hang out together create too much kind of fateful gravity. But if you sort of kept missing each other and weren't aware, sometimes that is a suitable.
And this is like thing where we've met already when the game starts, or have we?
Yes, you will have saved the spindle.
Okay.
And spent the last few months getting to know each other because now you can actually hang out with other
Oh,
demigods.
you live there too? Oh,
Yeah.
me too. That's weird.
Yeah, it could also be the empty lot between all four of you live in the four buildings on the corners of this
Oh, it's like a
lot,
little park or like
a park, or
That's nice.
something
Maybe
like
your
that.
bar has the outdoor seating right by the park.
Oh, I
true.
definitely
Patio.
work in one of those bars. It's like a bar loft
Oh,
situation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do catering of any type or anything like that? Would you have come to the studio for anything if they needed someone to bartend fancy parties for events?
That is a really good gift, and I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
What could be
But
there?
I will be one of your very stressed out PA's drug dealers.
Okay.
Oh yeah, all right.
Well, it could also be that we went to the bar as like a location shoot for something
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
how they have those really cheesy openers, like I'm meeting with Bill and Carol
Yeah.
who want,
Bill and Carol have $11 in their budget.
That's right, and they want
Yeah.
to buy
They
a
like it or list it.
19 bedroom house.
Yeah.
Yeah, with 0 bathrooms.
Yeah. It's a fixer-upper.
Yeah.
I
Needs to
mean,
be close to the mountains and right next to the shore.
maybe
And
the
in
bar.
city.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, the bar could be the spindle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I will always fight for a bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah. All right, so you cared about it because it's your bar,
Yep.
and you've done landscaping or something.
Sure.
At the
Let me
bar?
think about it. I feel like let me think about it for a minute.
Yeah.
I want to make Brian pick.
yeah.
Because that takes all the effort off of me.
It's fair. I think I like the bar because my powers don't work there.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
And
You
it's
have-
there's no nothing goes wrong when I'm in the bar. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I may live here now.
yeah, no good luck, no bad luck.
Yeah, it's just normal. I'm
All
gonna
of
be
your
like,
darts land right in the 50.
That's right. Like drum over here is still okay. Fine.
All right.
Good.
Can I modify that and say
Sure.
the first time you came in, your power was kicking really hard, and it was just one of those you were just going about your day, and I was like, okay, something's very bad in here. So the next time you came in, you're like, oh, my powers don't seem on. I'm like, yeah, I had to power-proof this entire bar.
I'm like, I love you so much right now.
Yeah, it's cool. You're good.
Yeah. Lost so
much
many
metal.
bottles that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That's fun.
What's your relationship?
Well, then I like the bar because, I came in the next day. Was like, I don't hear the network.
Oh yeah. And
They're
maybe
not-
it's a safe place for network folks to meet up.
It is
too,
the same
of
place for network, but it's also they're not whispering in my ear, telling me to go and do shit.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
the voices are quiet.
voices-
This is
gone.
nice.
The only problem is the voices are real.
The voices are so real. But yeah, this is nice. I'm like, I'm not going to investigate why. I don't want to know why.
Yeah, don't look too closely at that.
Well, it's not paranoia if they're actually out to get you.
Right.
Yes.
So over the course of time, this bar became very important to all 4 of you. And then it was in supernatural mortal peril. The bar was going to be killed.
Yep.
Stabbed right in its bar heart.
Oh no! Not the bar heart.
Well, anyway, it was under threat of some sort of supernatural disaster. What was the disaster? This is bigger than like a regular storm. It could be a storm if it's like, Thor farting out lightning bolts. Then that's a problem.
Is that where he makes those?
That's where lightning bolts come from.
I did.
They really gloss over that in the movie.
They
don't
really do.
Would your network be upset that they couldn't reach you?
Yeah, eventually they've gotten onto it.
Maybe someone from the network, or I don't know, just kind of like brainstorming.
Yeah, that could be part of it.
Yeah, they came to like kill the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Some tactical orichalcum in there.
Yeah.
No.
so probably not the actual Morrigan herself.
No.
Because if she wanted to destroy the bar,
She
Could have.
Yeah.
More of it.
yeah. So okay, so
More of her like super zealous. More of the guys who are like really into it. You know, those guys who get a job and then they're like, I'm really into this job.
okay,
Or like really into this hobby, and you're like, okay, cool.
yeah, like
Cool, dude, you're cool.
I'm glad you like that
I
thing.
don't know anything about that at all.
It's okay. That seemed totally natural.
Yeah. Kimmy, do you know anything about Warbler?
No, I don't. There's none of it in my car right now, or waiting at home for me to get home to finish my project. Warble is a thermoplastic that you use for crafting. So if you needed that joke explained, I did it, and it's still funny.
Okay, so I'm gonna have some rogue cult agents. Rogue cult.
Morrigan Death Squad.
Yeah,
Which really should be the name of the band.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
it is now.
Sure it is. Ice.
So rogue cult agents of the Morrigan, not necessarily sent by the Morrigan, because that would have gone very differently, were coming in to create some sort of problem. What were they doing to get rid of the bar? Drop it into the underground.
Sinkhole.
Yeah.
Like
Blow it
sinkhole.
up, shoot a rocket in it.
Sinkhole. Yeah.
Sinkhole.
Yeah.
Sinkhole.
Magic
Okay.
sinkhole.
They were like summoning a sinkhole.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
Okay.
What is this chalk outside that? Damn it.
Yep.
It goes all the way around the building.
That's a really big piece of chalk.
I like
Weird that
it.
we didn't notice anyone
Yeah, right.
inscribing this for the 9 hours it took to make this magical circle. Strangely unobservant of us.
Yeah.
Were you picturing it as a standalone building or like the ground floor of a taller
Ground
building?
floor of a loft building.
Okay, great. So the ultimate plan, which was revealed when you foiled it, right? They had prepared a magical sinkhole. The entire building would drop down one, and the second floor would become the first floor, and everyone would forget that there was a bar. So you stopped that.
Yes.
Okay, no sinkhole.
Although missed out on the opportunity to have an underground bar.
Yeah. Well, I think the bar is like one step. Like how tall is the step? Like 8 inches.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's-
now
it
it's
is 8 inches below the street level, right? You have to like step down to
Yeah.
go
Always
into the
been there.
bar.
Always been like that.
Like
Weird.
mind to the step. We have a ramp now. There it is. So that was the final result. Was we need a step and a ramp.
Yeah.
There we go.
yeah.
In saving the bar, there was some substantial collateral damage, not related to the bar. What was destroyed? And how did we make it look like a very normal, not supernatural wreckage?
Okay, this is very inside baseball for people who live in LA. LA has like a terrible, not terrible, it's getting better, underground like train system. So perhaps like there was this fantastic new part of the train system that had been added in Santa Monica
Yeah.
that like
We were finally going to be efficient.
Yep.
and that just like it got
New-
destroyed
it's like a new hub.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Dang.
Everyone was very excited about it, but that got destroyed underneath because part of it ran underneath the bar.
Okay.
and I'm convinced that it was totally my fault.
Oh, no.
It was.
This is the worst thing. The worst thing that I've done this season, really.
All right. So the
So
far.
the underground effort for a train was destroyed.
Yeah.
Murdered train hub.
Yep.
Sorry.
The
Sorry, this is a very big deal for
Yeah,
those of us
it's
who
a
don't
really
really
big deal.
really want this to
I
happen.
feel
Oh
like
my
a
God.
real jerk right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys.
I'm gonna lose sleep over this for
Yeah.
I want to get a better picture in my mind. What did the four of you do when the cult was like putting all their final steps in motion to sink the building down by one and just erase this floor from existence? What did you do to stop that?
Well, this is the kind of thing where we didn't know each other prior to that,
Right.
really. So that like we all kind of came at it from different
Yes.
Yeah.
things. Okay.
This is where you really met. I mean, you might have seen each other like, oh, that's a demigod. I should not hang out with them. But yeah, each of you were instrumental in stopping this nonsense.
I sort of picture that, like, was in the bar and realized what was happening and then decided, I'm going to go out and just try to put the whammy on this whole thing. And I don't try to use my powers that much and actively trying to use it. Really, what it's like, powers got a little over enthusiastic about the whole thing.
Okay.
Yes. Nice.
Trying to think of like what form that would take, but other than like people like exploding. I don't want to explode people.
No, that's not
So
good.
you went out and gave them a stern talking to.
That's right.
Hey, you,
Hey.
get your damn hands up. Yeah.
Wow. Back to the Future. The
Maybe
whole
you
thing.
bought a lotto ticket, and you like bribed them with that.
This
No,
will
really,
probably
this is
win.
This is really going to win. It's not for me. I don't know. Let me
Okay.
think. Like,
Okay. How about you, Kevin?
I think I was waiting for an opening to try. I was trying to counterspell,
Yeah.
but there's like more of them than me.
Sure.
And
Yeah, there was
so
a lot of
when there-
ritual magic involved.
When there was an
and-
opening, I was able to like basically knock out the lead rogue
Yeah. Okay.
and take over the spell to like fix it. But by then we were already 8 inches too low.
Yeah, but it's better than 12 feet too low.
Oh, and just
Take it.
to play off that,
No.
I think the thing that I did was I made them get the ritual wrong.
Oh, yeah.
So
Somebody
it
sneezed.
moved it from the bar over to the hub.
Nice.
And so though you stop like the
Yeah,
main guy,
exactly.
it like basically like the secondary people are like, well, we can keep going, and it's like, no,
No.
Don't do that.
don't do that.
How about you?
I think she, like, there was probably some construction in the area because it's like an up and coming part that they're like revamping, and she definitely like used her power to like go into the crane and was trying to like lift, like keep the building up, and was like shoring it up with like magical, like, what are you do? What is happening? And anytime one of you will like run by, she would like grab an object from you and like boost it and stick it back on you, like, keep going, now do it better.
I'm just picture
my
us
bar.
running around the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how the Flash saves things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just run real fast around
Like
it.
Superman 1. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
exactly.
make the planet go backwards.
Yep. That changes time.
That's right. Who knew it was that easy? Who needs a telephone booth or police box?
Yeah.
Spin the planet backwards.
That's all you have to do.
Flora?
Your power, for the artisan power, it only works on like. Does it work on anything, or does it work only on like made items?
Yeah, mostly.
It says device or machine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So not like rocks or plants.
Yeah.
I wish it was rock.
I was hoping you could like make my ladybug super for a few minutes or something.
You could maybe she needs like an exosuit or something.
Oh, maybe.
The beetle.
Ladybug mech.
Yeah.
I will not put your ladybug in a mech. That is wild.
You will not?
Tiny mech.
I will.
I think
Ladybug jetpack.
Yeah.
Please let me make a jetpack for your ladybug.
That'd be amazing. I think it might have to
They
do
can
that now.
fly. Normal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
okay.
not as fast.
Not as fast, yeah.
Jetpacks, the fire coming out of them.
Oh, yeah. That's
They're
extra
cool.
Extra cool.
It's very exciting. So I'm gonna say that I was running by and I had like my little ladybug on me, and you like thought it was like a brooch or a machine or something. You didn't realize it was an actual ladybug
Oh,
that was that
God.
fucking big, because ladybugs don't get that big. So you like grabbed it and you're like, oh, this is a living thing. I don't. However you'd react to that.
Yeah.
So then you like put a thing on it to like make it super, and it like helped like zap around and like distract during the fight.
Nice.
So that then the arcane and everybody could do like their bits.
I think it's important too, as the verdant. Does your animal companion say whether it does harm or not?
It does 2 harm.
Okay, so yeah, your ladybug is capable of dealing 2 harm,
Yeah.
which is similar to shooting somebody with a gun. So
Yeah.
It's a badass ladybug.
Can it grow?
if you want it to.
So when it's like in battle, like it gets bigger. So it goes from like a little 1-inch ladybug to like a 6-inch ladybug.
Yeah.
And it can like really like slam into people and
Yeah.
stuff. And that's how it does its harm.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's so fast.
Can I have grabbed it and then been like, that's weird? Okay, I know this is going to seem weird, but I have a tiny jackpot.
Don't ask me how I have this.
Yes.
Don't know why I made this, but
Yes.
Ah.
Perfect.
She knows why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not necessarily something she wants to talk about.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. That's a good scene. I like that. All right. So in the process of saving this building, we impressed a major divine being of some sort. Who was happy that we saved the bar?
Other than me?
Yes. You're not a major divine being.
Hurtful.
It's harsh.
But not inaccurate.
That was harsh. I thought that was harsh.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Jason.
This is
Maybe
great.
How about
I have spoken.
I have to look it up because I don't know. How about the Green Man? That's I think it's a god from
It's sort of like the Swamp Thing of gods.
well, it's actually something we sing about in folk music about the Green Man is in charge of like the brewing of beer. So it's like the life cycle of the barley itself from being planted and growing until you harvest it and you actually make beer out of it. Yeah. So the Green Man's kind of like a folklore
Yeah.
All right.
deity.
Yeah, no, there's mythology around
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Green Man. Yeah.
We definitely brew. Oh man, we do actually brew beer here too. That's convenient.
Yeah, obviously
Yeah.
you
That was
brew your
weird.
own beer.
And
That's
we make a lot of stuff.
yeah.
And they're like, look at these copper stills for
Beer.
That's what those are for.
yeah.
Well, maybe whatever day that they need to do the ceremony on, it was a day that was honoring the Green Man, and he was
Yeah.
like, no, you're not destroying a bar on my time.
Oh,
Oh,
cute,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I like the bar so much. Like you and I are buddies.
Yeah.
So I help you like grow the best hops
Oh my
and the
God,
best
yes, please.
like barley and all these things for your amazing beer.
Yeah.
And then
Because
we'll
I love it
drink
too.
And then we drink
And
it.
then we drink it, yeah.
Oh, this is so good.
I like it.
Also, I'm switching my gift. I don't want alchemical text because books are for nerds.
Yeah.
But I am going to take Unquenchable Flame.
Okay.
Ooh.
What is it?
You'll see.
Okay.
It's a flame
I
that
have
doesn't
it.
quench. It's in the
It's
name.
right there.
Written out.
Also, you wrote this.
Yeah, it's one of those that you define what it is. Yeah. We have also angered a major divine being.
Besides the Morgan.
Well, yeah. No, the Morgan didn't organize that.
Yeah,
That-
the
that
the Morgan doesn't care.
Yeah, those cultists were like, we're going to impress the Morgan. She didn't ask them to do that.
Yeah. Morgan got better things to do.
Yeah.
All right, so what god wouldn't like a bar? Or us? I know.
Or Hollywood.
Is there some god of transportation that would be mad about the?
Oh, that we
Oh,
blew
the
up the
train.
train.
Mercury?
Yeah.
Mercury, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
we pissed off Mercury.
Mercury,
Nice.
we'll go dig into the Romans.
Yeah.
All right.
There, I said it.
They know what they
Oh,
did.
good.
All the
Yeah.
Greeks are going, yeah.
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 Right.
Okay, so this particular train was going to be the Mercury line and devoted to Mercury,
Yeah.
and was going to be like a direct line of worship. Mercury doesn't get a lot of attention these days,
No.
and this was going to be his comeback.
Like good omens, like the pattern of the train.
Yeah,
formed,
exactly.
Like a symbol to
Yeah.
Mercury.
Yeah,
Oh man, and like in a city like LA, like the ability to get places quickly, that's like immediate worship because we talk about and focus on traffic so
Oh,
much
yeah.
Yep.
that was going to be a huge vein for them.
Our listeners have no idea what we're talking about with that. I'm just kidding. We talk about it in like every game.
Every game.
They write us emails about. So we get that there's traffic in LA. Thanks. We got it.
They
Play
get,
what you know,
yeah,
suckers.
Yeah, exactly.
They get it on an intellectual level.
Yeah,
but
right?
Until you experience it, you know, it's
It's
not.
just such a deep trauma. Like
Yeah.
it comes forth in all our role playing.
yeah,
Constantly.
yeah. I mean, I wrote the move in the Muse playbook called #blessed to not have to deal with traffic.
And I'll tell you all about it after the game, but I broke a whole Demigods game at Gen Con using #bless. So.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite
Would like to
stories.
know more, please.
All right, so the last question usually answers itself. The Spindle's involvement was, well, the bar.
The
So
bar.
Everyone was either trying to mess with the bar or tunnel under the bar or save the... Yeah, so that makes sense. And so, let's say a year ago, you saved the bar, and in the ensuing months discovered you can't get rid of each other. You are trying to avoid each other because you know, that's a demigod, I shouldn't hang out with them. Bad things will happen. But they're not happening. You discover, oh my gosh, we can actually work together as a team. This has never been possible before in a long stretch of history of humanity telling stories to itself. And now it is possible. Many pantheons are thrilled, or let's say even individual deities, because pantheons can disagree about this internally. Some deities are thrilled that you can go out and take on bigger challenges. Some deities are terrified of you because you are definitely as powerful as one deity, probably, together. One demigod versus one god is not a thing. Right? No, you don't get what you want. At 2 demigods versus a god, probably not, right? But 3 or 4, now that's a whole other story. So you're also terrifying.
Okay.
However, in the last year, you have made friends with the first demigods in your life, right? You've never been friends with a demigod before. And the tangles on the back of your page represent the relationships you've built together. Yeah. So, there are a couple ways we can do this. Because it's a one-shot, I don't want to chew up too much of our time. If you know what you want to write people down for and just do that, that's great. Another kind of fun way I found to do this at cons is just write 6 names down. Either like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and just fill in 6 blanks. And if they make sense, they make sense. If they don't, erase it. But it can create some pretty funny relationships. And like, actually, some pretty interesting and insightful relationships in the past. This is like random allocation has been fun. So, if you know what you would want to fill in, I'd say let's do that. But maybe we won't do the extra lengthy version of everyone reading all of their tangles, and we're, go very thoughtfully about it.
Can I also jump in with the, how does our spindle feel about the group? I think the bar isn't quite the level of my workshop with the doorknob, but, it knows you guys and won't stay locked for you, and I argue with the bar all the time.
Yeah.
You can't just I know you like them because they saved you, but please don't just let them in, because sometimes I'm doing stuff.
Right.
Okay, I guess they're coming over. It's fine.
What if I don't want to wear pants?
Yeah.
What's the name of the bar?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Crap.
Oh.
I've been working on it.
Yeah, that's on you.
Anything.
That's your problem.
Yeah.
So...
It's funny that the Muses' tangles are very much like interpersonal relationships, and I can't imagine Matt having a lot of them, only because, I would imagine this guy would have a hard time keeping friends around.
Aww.
Just because it's oh, look, his car exploded for no reason. That's sorry.
Well, that might be difficult with mortal friends, but with demigod
Right.
friends...
Well, no, I'm
Yeah.
sure he's thrilled. That's oh my god,
Yeah.
people I can actually see on him.
Yeah.
More than from
Yeah.
a bar.
Can we go around one time and just say our character names real quick again?
Sure, Matt.
Kevin?
Margo.
And then Flora.
Flora.
Cool. So...
I feel like there's one that says, and if this is okay with you, Brian, you've had an on-again, off-again relationship with Matt for a while now. Why isn't it working?
Okay.
I feel like after we saved the bar, you started hiring me for your HGTV projects.
Okay. Yeah.
And I feel like it's so swept up. Like when I finish a project, it's just everything's amazing and wonderful. And oh my gosh, and you made this possible. Thank you so much. And then it's one of those things where it's then done with the project and oh, okay, that's over now.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and
And then
done.
there's another project rolls around, and
Yeah.
it's I'm
Yeah,
down with
yeah.
that.
It's the circle of life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Basically.
And I'll alter. And there's one on here that's you've slept with blank, but there's no real emotion there. And I'm not sure the sleeping thing necessarily has happened, but I think it's he's not quite sure what to think about Flora.
Right.
Values her as a friend, but there's always I don't know what's happening. And if I think about it too hard, I'm sure Dad's going to totally destroy it. Destroy any kind of relationship. So I'm just gonna go with this and see what happens.
Sure.
Nice. The bar's name is Samantha.
Okay, that's good because we don't have enough Samanthas or Sams in our lives.
The bar's just, it's got a person name and I talk to it like a person.
Oh.
So we have that votive candle to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone has a bunch of these filled in that they want to just blurt out, that's okay, or however you want to do it, that's fine.
If it's okay with you, Kevin, I think or Jay, and I think Kevin would fit good in this. Like, is your best or good friend and keeps you level when you get full of yourself.
Yep, that's great because that also works because Matt doesn't get what I do, but at least they're pretty.
That's fair.
Nice. That's pretty perfect.
Yeah.
And Matt kind of doesn't get what Matt does.
Yeah, exactly. Matt's like, magic? Yeah, it's all magic, Matt.
It's magic all the way down.
Yep.
But it's going to go horribly wrong.
Yeah, but it's
horribly
fine.
right.
It's just, it's just trust it. Also, I accidentally injured Matt with my magic, but they don't know it was my fault.
Oh, all
I
right.
figured it's
So
my fault.
some adventure like a spell I did rebounded, and Matt was like, "Oh, darn luck," and I'm like, "Yeah,
Yep. Luck.
Sure. That's
totally
right.
your
That
bad
was-
luck that turned out that way."
That was unlucky
That was
that I did that. I mean, that happened to you.
Yep. Whoops.
And maybe, Brad, maybe Margot, I have one here that says, knows that about that thing you did that one time. Mm-hmm. And I think Margot knows that I definitely destroyed that train hub, or definitely suspects that I blame myself for it.
Yeah, okay,
Either
I like
way.
that. Nice. I just did the random fill-in for everyone.
Oh, that's fun.
How'd
I
that turn
actually
out?
really like it. So I made an epic item for Matt, and they owe you. And if Matt drags you to another party, you're going to scream. For Kevin relies on your expertise, and you have a mutual respect.
Mm-hmm.
And you and Kevin are on the hunt for a rare material of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Flora, you're head over heels for Flora, but you
No.
don't think they know. And you confided the deep secret in Florida.
Yep.
Flora.
I tell all my
Ooh.
secrets in Florida.
Yeah.
It's so crazy
I
that
think all my
who's
secrets
going to
in
notice.
Florida. Sweet. And I don't know what the secret is yet, but I'll think of it.
That's fun.
Nice.
Let's see, I have a grudging respect for Margot's skills,
Oh,
so that works
yay.
out well. I fought the supernatural shoulder to shoulder with Flora, and trust them explicitly. Flora knows the dark secret I keep locked away.
Is that you accidentally injured Matt?
Yeah.
Okay. So Flora saw that happen.
Yep.
Nice.
And my pride has kept me from telling Margot my true feelings.
Oh, that works out great because I just filled in the other ones with the person who was nearest it and got, you learned about Kevin's crush on someone. Are you encouraging them to follow up on it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I have Margot's cynical outlook is exhausting.
That tracks.
That tracks. And then,
How is the bar owner hating parties?
Because they are always around drunk people. And
Oh.
they're like, this is a nightmare.
You don't go there for fun. That's work.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think she struggles to turn off the, like, always trying to make sure the one person isn't getting too rowdy.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know how to relax at a party. Like, that guy's too drunk and is about to do something terrible. And broke it. Gotcha. Called it. I hate this. Parties are terrible. No,
Got it.
everyone should definitely drink more.
I love that.
Take this pill.
not sure what it does.
Yeah.
So Kevin is crushing on Margot.
Yeah.
Margot's interested in Flora. Flora, no romantic interest yet, but pretty committed to the doing the landscape layout for the
Goes
show.
with her feelings.
Yeah, that's
Like, oh, this seems great right
lives
now.
in the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Matt has no idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely confused.
Okay.
Well, the last one I had was Flora would be a hit at parties if they just listened to your advice, but I'm not really sure that tracks very well. Because Matt's advice would be like, just don't touch anything, don't go near anyone, because that's when your powers act up and bad things happen.
Yeah.
Does that work for
I
you?
feel like that works because I actually put, you can always count on Margot when it's time to party, but my idea, I think, of Flora partying is literally like going and sitting and having just a quiet drink and hanging
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
Like, she I don't think she likes big parties at all or
Okay.
any of this stuff, so she's like, oh, like, hang out one-on-one time, like, quiet, let's hang out. Oh, we can go sit and, like, just sit and look at the rain. It'd be great.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
I'm
Hot toddies, like, it's so good.
What if Margot's actually like very interested in partying and is just like, yes, this is all I actually like. God, she's pretty. I'm very bored.
Yeah.
But this is what I want, and that's always what I wanted.
So good. And then I have you and Kevin pulled off a newsworthy bit of eco-terrorism. I'm thinking maybe like there was, I don't know, some testing facility for plants or something, and they had like a very rare plant in there that might have been like a component to one of your spells.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, let's free that plant and give me a couple leaves that might fall off while we were walking out. That sort of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
that works.
Cool.
I have a weird flex for you.
Okay.
What if you replaced the like Margot would be hit at parties with Samantha, the bar?
I like
Because
that.
like
That's fun.
I feel like Sam actually has like a very strong bond with you.
Okay.
I love that.
That's great.
I'm going to actually add in, there's one that you can't seem to wrap your head around. I'm going to put in Samantha, and you're not sure you want to, because she's like used to like trees and animals and everything having personality, and it's like, this is a building. These are inanimate objects. They're not a lot. Okay, it's fine.
It has feelings.
And would Margot be a little weirded out by the fact that Samantha seems to have like a close relationship with this dude?
She's not weirded out by it because she like helped build it. She just thinks it's hilarious.
Okay.
Like, oh my god, my bar has a crush on you. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna make it worse. Puts the gum on the bar and then just like lets it talk. Like, you can talk to Samantha now. There you go.
Samantha's a very good listener. I don't know why you're
She's a
down on
very
Samantha.
good
I mean,
listener.
you know,
One of us has to be.
That's great.
the beer mug slides across the bar by itself.
Yep.
Oh, thanks.
Exactly.
I like that. Okay, any other tangles we need to get out in the open? Yeah, we got everyone's?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So, the this group is freaking wild.
Do we need to go over our sentence moves?
No, I pulled
Okay,
those
good.
from the game. They're not. Yeah, lost it in the most recent edit 15 minutes ago.
I was asked to say it.
Yeah.
Contractual thing.
Well played.
The okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions before we jump in? All right. Cool. So the current season of HGTV in Santa Monica, it's winter, air quotes, in LA, and they're probably dark for now.
Yeah,
the
they've
show
wrapped
is,
up.
yeah. You know, shooting outdoor shows where it could rain any month now. But so you not having a show leaves you at pretty loose ends, it seems like.
I'm in the bar a lot.
Yeah. What is your, where do you live?
I probably live across that park. There's probably like one of those like Santa Monica loft situations
Yeah.
that that it's always in like a half state of repair because I'm doing it myself and things go really right and really wrong all the time, so it's never really quite done.
Yeah.
And inexplicably, the people above me and below me have moved out.
Yeah.
It's weird.
No idea why
weird.
that
Yeah,
is.
no
it's
clue.
strange.
That's good. Where does no? Are you Margot? No, you're Flora. You're Margot.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Flora live?
I feel like she has just like a little apartment somewhere, like probably like a 1-bedroom. There's like plants all over it. Like she's got a million potted plants everywhere. Just kind of like unremarkable. Probably near the bar too, because that's like her favorite place to hang out and go. And
Okay.
she has big old HGTV money.
Yeah.
So she can actually live
That's right.
in Santa Monica with a 1-bedroom.
Yeah. Yep. You could just barely afford that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's got like a little office, like bungalow somewhere that like is really where she like all her people come and like she runs her business out of.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like maybe one of those like a portable.
Yeah, it's probably, and they've got like a bunch of plants around it and stuff like that. It's sort of looks like a nursery, but she doesn't like sell to like the public.
Okay. Cool. Do you live in the building?
I basically live in my mobile workshop. So
Oh.
the back room to like the bar, and then you go to the back room, and it's actually just the door into her workshop. So yeah, she lives in the bar.
So you live in like a negative space pocket dimension.
Yep, and I don't sleep.
Yeah. Why would you?
That's what drugs are for.
Yeah. What aspects did you give your workshop?
It's alchemical resupply, fine tools, and portal access. And I also get a mobile workshop for free, so it's a doorknob. And then the hindrances are it's hunted and it's dangerous to use.
Yeah, cool.
Because it's full of chemicals.
Yeah.
That's
This
fair.
is fine.
This is fine.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, your headphones.
You're connected. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, okay, good. Didn't want you to get pulled over.
Yeah.
And we're...
I live in the building.
Oh, just upstairs from the bar. Okay.
Yeah, in a nice little one-bedroom, quiet.
Nice.
Did you move there after all of this was revealed, or this is just where you happen to live?
This is just where I happen to live.
That's hilarious.
It's sort of like the again, being part of the Morrigan system, network, whatever you want to call it, is a little like being in the CIA, and they're like, here's where you live now.
Ooh, that's cool.
You live there for some reason. We don't tell you why.
Okay.
You don't have a choice as to why, but that's where you live now.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. Let's have a gloomy Saturday morning. How's that sound?
Nice.
Overcast in Santa Monica, and it is definitely going to rain later. It's very early. Let's say 10 a.m.
This is not a marine layer. It's not going to burn off.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
This is 10 a.m. is L.A. dawn.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And the workshop, you're, probably working on something. I would assume if you don't sleep, you're doing something.
Yeah,
Not a lot
tinkering.
of customers in the bar at 10 a.m.
Oh no.
Is it even open?
It's technically not opened.
Okay.
Or open, but yeah, it if anyone ever if one of the woven band comes through, I can hear the door opening like it's my workshop.
Oh, yeah.
Opening, so
Okay.
I'm always aware of what the bar what's happening with Samantha.
Okay.
But no, it's not open.
Okay. Cool.
Fuck brunch.
Yeah. All right, that's good. So while you are working in the workshop, I'm going to say if your workshop is connected to Samantha, like you used a door in the bar, then that's also Samantha,
Okay.
right? But if you used your workshop like at a bus station,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be,
Yes.
right? And did she speak to you, or?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah?
It's not in words, but
Okay.
it's a vibe check.
Okay. Your phone sitting on the workbench, slides open, unlocks.
Yeah.
And scrolls to Matt's name. And clicks the make a phone call button.
Okay, I want to slightly alter it. I think if she starts to get vibes from Samantha, she'll take out her gum and put it on anything in the workshop, so she can just interface directly with it. What do you want?
A body.
That's God. We've got to work on your phrasing. I don't want to hear. Yeah. Okay.
Matt has a body for me.
Ew. Oof, I don't want this anymore. And puts it back in her mouth and calls Matt.
So the phone rings, and I'm busy extinguishing the fire in the apartment. Yeah.
In the background.
Yeah. Click. Yeah. Hi. Hi.
Hey. Do you have a corpse?
Hang on. Let me look.
I may not know the answer to that.
I open the door to the hallway and look.
There are no dead bodies in the hallway.
Okay.
Can I come back? I don't think so. The fire's out though. That's good.
Wait. Why? What's on fire?
Nothing right now. It's extinguished. I don't want to really. Yeah. It's all good now. How are you?
Do you want me to ask follow-up questions? Because I would like to.
Probably not.
I respect that. I think Sam wants to hang out then.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let me throw something on.
Cool. Wait, you
Hang
were...
up the phone.
Sam, did you hear that? I think he was extinguishing a fire naked. You're welcome. And I finished something quickly.
Okay.
Listen, things happen.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah, I mean, if you're naked and a fire starts, you don't get dressed.
Right.
No.
I feel like I'd get dressed.
So I feel like the number of ways a fire can start while I'm naked are relatively small.
Well, you wouldn't
Fewer things while naked.
You wouldn't think a shower could catch on fire, and yet, evidently, you can.
Oh my god.
All right. So what are you doing with this information?
So I'm gonna get dressed and head over to the bar. Since it's me, I'm really gonna look for bodies on the way because really that's probable.
All right. So as you're going, you're like, is that a?
Yeah. Each car I pass, I'm like, so
Yep.
no one's in there.
Oh, that guy's
No one's in
alive.
that one.
Yeah.
Listening for like telltale thumps from the trunk or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, it's you never know.
Okay. Yeah, you make it over to the bar. Door opens.
Yeah.
Two of you are there.
Yep. My door flies open because Sam wants me to interact with you.
Do I see you initially, or is it just sort of like a weird, like portal-y?
Like the door opens for you, and then my door like flies open. I'm like, God damn! Hey.
Oh, hey.
So 1 second.
No problem.
And then you just see like she's limned in blue light. Just,
Yeah.
okay. Hey, what's up? Hi.
Hi. I'll be at the bar whenever that's
Yeah, Sam's got
done.
you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I'll go to the bar. Hey Sam, what's going on?
So a TV clicks on over the bar, and it's the season finale of your show.
Oh.
And
good episode. Okay.
it's that weirdly out of place colonial house in Santa Monica.
Yep.
I did my best on that one.
Yep.
It's not. Things happened.
Yeah.
You know, it's not.
and it's like too small,
Yeah.
right? For like, what is this?
I guess it's lucky that wall fell down.
Yeah. And the part of the show was the number of as you were going through doing the rebuild on the house. Right. Nobody really knew. The house had just gone back to the bank, foreclosed. Didn't really get a lot of information on it until there's no basements in California, but under the floorboards were a huge selection of discarded statue and mannequin pieces.
That's not creepy at all.
Yep.
Nope.
And I'm sure I went under the floors to fix a pipe or something, and it's tracking the camera, and I'm like,
Right.
just heads and arms. And,
Yeah, we're like, oh, we could definitely refurb this wooden floor. It's in great condition. Let's just pick it up and make sure the bones are good underneath, and then redo the floors, right?
I go crawling under there.
Yeah. So you get in the crawl space, and you're head cam, flashlight, looking around and oh, that's weird. Is that a mannequin arm? How weird. And the entire crawl space.
Yeah. Just look over at the camera and go, they'll have to move.
So yeah, there are limbs, heads, torsos, all mannequin or stone statue, kind of light gray granite kind of statues.
Okay.
So not fancy marble or anything,
Right.
but there's just the statues aren't broken. It's somebody made a leg statue.
And stashed it under the house like everybody does.
Right.
Yeah.
They're
They're leg
statuaries.
statues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like a statue where somebody knocked it over and it broke into a
No,
million
it's actually
pieces.
made to be that way.
It looks like it.
Wow.
And so, just flashing back a little bit, how did you resolve that situation? Which was, I think maybe you were saying can we cut this? What?
Yeah,
what do
the
we
producers
do?
are going.
The producers
"Keep
are like,
rolling."
no. This is the good shit. We refurb houses. This is good.
This is why you have a show.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure I had to pull all of these pieces out, but or maybe I just sort of went. I think I'll just close this door. Definitely not haunted down there.
Right.
Go in there.
And so, the rest of that episode has you have a conversation with the new owners. They're like, I guess leave it. I don't know.
Yeah, I probably had to tell them. They were going to
Yeah.
see it on the air, so I kind of went. Yeah, there's a lot of. Not hurting anything, and it's.
Yeah.
We'll make sure everything's sealed so there's no critters get down there. But we could pull. I think maybe some of the pieces were so big that I'm like we'd have to tear the floor up to get that thing out.
Yeah. There's so much under there. You'd have to and it's this really nice original.
Yeah, so we
hardwood.
definitely want to keep the floor.
Yeah.
So just it's fine. We probably sold it to someone who's very not superstitious.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's this couple, these two beardy hipster white guys.
Oh yeah.
With thick squared off beards, and their little boy who has a pasted on mustache,
Oh, he's so good.
wears a little handlebar mustache.
Nice.
But he's 8, right?
Yes.
And I'm sure Matt left that whole set thinking, God, I hope they don't die. I really hope that's just some statuary, and I don't think about that too much.
But yeah, they're not superstitious about it at all. They're
yeah,
that's weird and mildly inconvenient, but whatever. We don't.
8-year-old's I'm going to know how to play with the arms.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, they're
Yeah.
well,
We
okay,
want that
just
floor.
seal it up. We don't want to pay the extra $20 grand
Right.
to undo all of this and then put it back together. No, that's not in the budget. We'll live with the weird stuff under the house.
I'm sitting in the bar going, God, I really didn't know that they put scary music in when I was down there. That makes it worse.
Yeah.
So much worse.
And that's what plays. It's the so the flashback is we know what happened that whole episode,
Right.
but the TV is showing your reveal pan over and over.
Uh-oh.
This is just looped.
Sounds like there's trouble at the well.
The what? You want well drink?
No. Sam's showing us. Would Margot have actually watched the episode? Do I have any inkling that Margot would actually have watched the episode?
I'm gonna make you have to figure that out because I'm not gonna. She doesn't admit that she wants.
Okay.
All right.
So,
Let's have you roll judgment.
ooh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna pierce the veil on
right.
Margot's secrets.
Here
Yep.
we go.
You know how I live.
7. Inconclusive.
With how much is your judgment?
Oh, that's true. 0.
0. Okay, so 7 on pierce the veil. I think you get
Yep, I get
a couple questions.
2 questions. So I guess do I think Margot watches the show, or does Matt think? And then the reality might be something different.
I'll give you both. I think Margot no sells it and tries to make you feel oh yeah, you do a thing. We all have hustles.
Right,
It's
okay.
fine.
Perfect.
But she's inadvertently dropped too many references to very specific things in episodes that she watches it. And probably Sam has snitched to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've maybe performed some upgrades on the bar.
Yeah.
With
Oh, crap.
you
She
totally,
showed you my DVR, and
could
it's
totally
all
do
of
that.
it.
Different episodes. Hey, you know that? Remember that house that I did with the arms and the legs and the?
Oh my God, the colonial. Oh!
Yeah, that one. So Sam just keeps showing me same image of me finding it over and over again. That's probably fine and normal, right? We don't need to do anything.
It might-
Worry about it.
Nah, I'm sure it's probably broken. TV's broken. It's
Oh,
fine.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Sam, sorry about that. I'm sorry about your TV. Maybe we'll get you another TV. That's probably what you're showing us.
That's a good spot to check in. What are you up to, Kevin?
Let's see. It's 10:30 on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Just getting out of bed.
Yep.
Late night doing Morrigan-y work.
Sure.
My little surveillance-y kind of gigs, kind of nothing special. So, yeah, I'm eating some cereal and watching some TV.
Okay. I think Samantha probably has some influence over the building
Oh, yeah.
entirely.
Oh, yeah,
But
Samantha's wired in.
She's not the building,
She's
right?
not
She's
the building,
bar.
but she's wired into the building. And
Yeah.
it's one of those buildings, definitely, where, it's a fancy enough building where cable is already, wired in for the whole building. So
Yeah.
you get your apartment, it already has, the basic cable, all of that.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
So you see, so you say you're watching TV, right? So it flips, or it changes, it was going to go to commercial, but it goes to an episode of what'd you name the show?
Trash and
Or
Treasure.
Trash and Treasure.
Trash or treasure.
Trash or Treasure. And it's an episode where they had found a house in Hollywood that had some weird move the candelabra and whatever. And you realize that's the same thing Margot put in the bar to open the bathroom. Turn the thing she got that off of Trash or Treasure.
Totally.
So you're for some reason seeing an episode of Trash or Treasure that is specifically referencing a thing
In
that
the
is
bar.
in the bar downstairs.
In the bar.
and then it plays again.
And then it just plays again. I
Yeah.
try to turn back to Law and Order, and it just that's
It goes bump bump, and then it plays the episode again.
all right.
Everybody
All
likes
right.
that noise.
Like, I guess I'm going to the bar. Well, no, actually, you know what? I'll call.
Like a live telephone call.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up my phone.
Your phone's ringing.
Yeah.
It does that.
Hello?
Hello. Hi, Margot.
Hey, what's up?
Not much, just sitting up here. Anything weird happening down in the bar?
TV's on the fritz.
How on the fritz?
Keeps looping HGTV.
GTV's trash yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing up here in my apartment.
Okay, I'm not the building super, so do you need me to come in? Do you want me to come?
Wow. That was a little unnecessary. I'm just saying. I'm just thinking. Apparently, I don't know. I was sort of thinking that Samantha's trying to send a message to me about the bar.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wanted Matt to come over too. He's here.
Matt's down
Say
there?
hi,
What-
Matt. Matt.
Hey! I have no idea who it is, because it's like, like the hand comes out of like the door. I'm like, hey!
Hey, Matt. Hey, so she wanted... Wait, Samantha asked for Matt to come?
Yeah, she likes Matt though.
Yeah, we all like Matt.
Yep.
Well, it seems like it's going to be that kind of day. I guess I'll come down and maybe we'll figure out what's going on.
Okay, sweet.
All right.
See you in a few.
See you in a couple.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
I think Samantha's influence is growing. Like, it's like moving up the building.
Yeah.
Like, it's just she's starting to spread out into the building and like maybe joining buildings a little bit.
Yeah, I think maybe a lot of that came from when I was like magically reinforcing the building when it was sinking. That like all of the metal and stuff I was using like was extending Sam's sphere of influence.
Yeah, starting to like flex a little bit, and
weird.
maybe on the first floor, like sees a few families, like, oh, people.
Oh.
This is interesting. Yeah. It's a creeper.
Occasionally the TV will just show images from those people's like a nanny cam or something.
Yep.
Like,
Like,
turn
no,
it
no,
off.
no, 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 that's
Not cool,
not
not
for
cool.
sharing,
Save
no.
the DVR. We will watch it later in the workshop.
Don't be a creeper.
No, I'm super nosy. But she doesn't use like actual cam footage. I asked like, what's happening with the people on the third floor? I heard them fighting, and she'll find like a relevant movie somewhere.
yeah.
On the second service.
Like a Friends
And she'll-
episode?
Yeah.
Yep.
Not Friends. Use a better show.
Seinfeld?
Ew.
I don't even know what you threw at me. Anyway, mission accomplished. What's Flora's Saturday morning look like?
She's probably sitting in her. I feel like her apartment like sort of looks like a forest or a jungle.
Yeah,
There's
too
so many
potted
plants everywhere.
yeah.
And it's kind of weird. Like if you walk in there, like you're not even. The carpet's really interesting. Like it's almost feels like new grass more than like actual carpet.
Okay.
But it's got to be carpet, right?
Yeah, that'd be crazy to have grass inside.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. I feel like she's got like her like drawing table where she's like doing designs, but just to like expedite the situation, I feel like she has some trees that grow these really incredible apples that she's been collecting because she's going to take it over to Samantha and to the bar to make some amazing cider with it.
Oh, okay.
So she's like collected them, and that's what she's doing. So she's going to take them over to Margot.
And you're collecting this from the apple tree that grows in your apartment?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Nice.
Just wanted to make sure I was on the
normal.
same page.
Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
It's Demigods.
Yeah.
So, as you're kind of putting all that stuff together, does your ladybug have a name?
Probably.
Okay, well, she lands
Yeah.
on your drawing table.
Okay, in a moment. Yes.
And I think she wears the jetpack pretty much all the time,
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
right?
She won't
Yeah.
really take it off now.
But she's like starting to walk across your drawing and is trying to make a point of like it's out,
Yeah.
right? Like the jetpack isn't going.
Yeah.
And she's like using her body language to communicate that
Yeah.
like,
Hey.
Make this work.
Yeah. I have to fly regular. This isn't okay.
I like this. I'm
Yeah.
gonna fly with my wings,
Yeah.
like an animal.
So, you want to go visit Margot? Okay, we'll go do that. Put her like on my shoulder where I always wear her, and then.
I always assume you can talk to your animal companions.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's much of a conversation with a beetle, but like I think you pretty much get what they want.
Yeah.
You know, for the most part.
Yeah.
They're like, food.
Yeah.
Kill that. Like, want.
Jetpack.
Yeah.
It's a little speciesist, though, Jason. I mean, maybe it's like, gentle lady. We must go
Yeah.
hither to, full Shakespearean English. I mean,
Sure.
be very eloquent for a
Yes.
ladybug.
Might
Jane
be.
Austen
Yeah.
Ladybug.
Yes.
I'm sort of excited about like beetle charades though. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's really gonna be fun.
Just like the bee dance.
Yeah.
I'm really just imagining your neighbor, like you come out of your apartment with like this giant bushel of apples, and they're like you hear like the animal jungle noises.
Yeah.
And it shuts off when you close the door. They're just like,
What is that?
It's a noise machine. I have trouble
Yep.
sleeping.
That's normal in LA.
Yeah, that's true. It is Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Not the weirdest apartment I've seen in LA.
That's true.
You get the weirdest apartments in LA.
LA.
Yeah.
LA.
Great tacos in LA.
The best taco. Okay, no, we're not getting off topic.
Yeah.
Nope.
For anybody who doesn't get that's Letter Kenny. So.
Yeah. All right, so you're heading over to the
Yeah.
bar. All right. So before long, the four of you are, well, three of you are in the bar. You're in the workshop, I assume.
I come out when Flora comes in. And I'm like, oh my god, you brought me cyanide. Thank you. I just have to get all these apples off of it.
She's kidding, right? No? Okay.
No. No.
No, the seeds have amygdalin, and I can like extrude the cyanide out. I needed that. Thank you so much.
You're
Candied
welcome.
apples. Really.
Also
No,
cider,
you should,
right?
yeah, probably. It's a good idea.
Oh, I can make cider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah, cider.
Both
Cider.
things.
Cider
Is
seems
what
good.
people do with apples, yes.
Cider comes from cyanide holders.
There you go.
Cyanide
We
too.
use every part of the cyanide.
Every part of the plant has a purpose.
Yup.
True. No, that's great.
Okay, we're all here. Yeah. And I close the
Yeah,
door.
sort of early for everyone to be here. What's up?
I don't know. Sam sent me a message. I just, my shower's on fire. But
Sorry, what?
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 I don't want. I have so many follow-ups, but I said I wouldn't ask.
Yeah.
It's out.
The
It's all good.
ladybug goes to land on your shoulder.
Ah, hey, what's up?
Just like looks like the front end is like
Yeah, this is very upsetting
Or-
for me.
her name's Dot.
Oh,
yeah.
Yep.
Hey, there's a bug on me. Help.
Oh yes, Dot was hoping that you could like recharge her little pack. She's become very fond of it.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I don't want the poo-poo.
It's okay, Dot. Have her here.
Oh, no, I will bring the item. It's cool.
She really likes you, Marco.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's very good.
So it must be a tragic ladybug related
Yeah,
incident.
it must be something.
You know those like Japanese beetles that look like ladybugs and then they bite you?
No.
Marco's much scarier than all of those.
I know. That's what I'm saying. And I go.
Oh,
like
sorry,
a
Margot.
tiny-
Dot. Sorry, you're Margot.
Also that.
Yeah.
And I like refill it.
Yeah.
Like a tiny amount.
Okay.
Do you have like a small gas pump?
Dropper.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like a. Oh god, what are the little droppers from
Yeah.
Things and Parts per Million?
Yeah.
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 Ooh, I have a thing for this.
Yes.
And she like pulls out like a small amount of powder and spits on it, and then breathes a little bit of fire on it.
Yeah.
And it gets and she like picks it up with a little dropper and like sticks it in. I'm like, I don't know why I put a gas tank on a jetpack this small. That's on me.
Like Dot immediately starts like
Yeah.
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 zooming around the room.
I did figure out what the epic item you made for me was.
Ooh.
It's a stud finder that actually works.
Oh my god.
Hold on. I know we have magic and shit, but like,
Use a descendants move.
oh, all right. Then that
Or maybe it doesn't actually find like wooden studs. It just tells me if anything else is kinky in the walls. I still can't find the studs for crap. But,
Right.
it'd be like body, no body, no body, no body.
There's the body.
Like I just want to know before I get in there.
yeah, that's not a surprise you want.
No.
You're like,
I get surprised by so much on
there
this. stupid
is a
show.
body in here. Okay, I'm mentally prepared.
Oh my god.
That's all. I'll be like, maybe we'll put the window over here. Just leave this wall.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Never look at it.
Yeah.
Directly.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Nope.
All right. Well, what's happening?
Is the TV still playing the same?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that. I mean, it's.
Yeah, that's
Legs.
a different episode than Samantha was showing me. What
What's
is
she
going
showing
on
you?
here? Oh, the thing where you got the like speakeasy door for the bathrooms?
I don't know what you're talking about, and I kicked the shit out of the bar.
Yeah, it was the episode where you got the idea for the neat little speakeasy.
Snitch ass bar. You know what? I'm gonna let him use his powers in you. Is that what you want?
I don't think anyone wants that. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not something that people want.
You-
You
you-
told me that you got the thing from out of that magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I
she told
love
you she
reading
doesn't watch the
magazines.
show?
It didn't say one way or the other, really.
All right.
I don't want to push the show on people. That's sort of a douche move.
I love your show.
Oh, thanks.
I like it a lot. It's really
Thanks.
cool. Yeah.
You watch it when I'm on, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Flora's great on the show.
Yeah. I like those episodes too. You guys are both really good. If you ever need any help, like with any of the stuff, you could just call me and I could come over and like.
You should totally be on the show. That'd be great.
I don't want to be on it. I just I could help with like your tweet.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
So if the TV's broken, aren't you supposed to be able to like fix stuff?
Well, maybe. I mean, I don't want to. If it was like a shelf, I could fix it. I mean, I'm not an electrician.
At the suggestion that the TV's broken, you all have this wash of like offendedness. Like,
I know. It's fine.
How dare you? Like,
I'm like petting the
broken
bar. I'm
TV.
like, no, it's good. No, it's
TV's not broken. It's
Definitely broken.
Samantha's trying to tell us something.
Oh.
Maybe it's a metaphor.
Was that what you were saying about your shower being on fire?
No, my shower was on fire.
Okay.
Like for reals.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. And I had to, when Marco called, it was extinguishing the fire. So it's all good.
Something your shower caught on fire.
All of it. Just it's fine.
All right.
It's all good now.
All right, good. As long as it's all good.
Maybe we should start drinking.
I'm gonna take. Yeah, she'll get you a drink, and I'm gonna take my gum out, stick it on the TV, and roll with my judgment to Deus Ex Machina and figure out what's happening.
yeah, all right.
Nice.
Please be good. Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
That'll do.
do. It's 12.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you find yourself in this like white liminal space, like in the Matrix before they've loaded up
Yeah.
a thing, right? Except also like in the Matrix, there's like your favorite comfy chair that you sit in, and you're there with probably this kind of femme form person who is definitely an average of the four of you,
Yeah.
right?
I
Like,
feel that tracks.
Nice.
Ultimate being.
and she says, "It's very simple. I just need the body parts from under the house he was working on. Why is this so complicated?"
That's what? God, what? Why?
"So that I can have a body."
Okay. You don't need the body to feel valid, but also, why do you need a body?
"Because I want one, and I can't go get it myself."
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about boundaries, young lady. You are only 3 years old. And I don't think you should just be walking around all the time.
"I'm not gonna leave. I just want to like high five people and smack them on the butt. That's what humans do."
That is what humans do. Okay. We're going to talk about this more later.
Also, I don't think Matt will sleep with me like this.
That's it. That was it. See, we just have to have an open and honest dialogue.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go get you a body now. Cool. I thought you were like, I'm gonna go like, I watched Ghostbusters recently, and I thought you were gonna like walk around like destroy the city. But if you're just trying to get your like, well, you're trying to get a dick so you can get your dick wet. That's fine. Okay, cool.
whatever.
Respect.
I'm guessing we're not hearing her side of this because that would be super awkward.
Oh. No. My gift to you is that I get to retain my consciousness, and I'll just have this conversation out loud to you.
Yeah, I mean, if we want, we could have both voices come out of your mouth.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
I enjoy that.
and a little scary.
Yep.
Yeah, I think one of your eyes goes white,
Yep.
and that's gonna be like the gestures that Samantha is making
Yeah.
as you're like having a conversation. Like, no, you can't do that. Like, whoa, that's not what I'm saying. Let's see, how is her voice different from yours? What?
If it's an average of all four of us, then her voice is like half a register lower.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the conversation so far.
Yeah.
I should feel super awkward about
You
this.
should feel. I feel awkward.
Okay. Just
I feel real
wanted to
awkward.
gauge that.
This is real weird.
So Sam wants us to get the creepy body parts under the house so she can have a body so that she can jump me.
I think both Sam and I yell like, "Oh my God, stop eavesdropping!"
Sorry, my bad.
Weird.
My
To
bad.
your-
Continue.
To your out loud conversation
Yeah.
in the
And
bar.
continue.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And then
So-
I'll jump out of it and go.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
she wants to bone you, so we have to get her a body.
She realizes they're plastic and stone mannequins, right?
Yeah, she's just a bar, so I don't know what her plan is here. I'm sure we'll figure
Just
it out.
logically, going down that road, I mean, still would just be a mannequin. Right?
I'm just trying to figure out if you're bumping against the idea of having sex with a mannequin or having sex with a sentient bar.
Oh, it's much more the mannequin thing. I mean,
Okay.
really,
Good to know.
sentient bar is probably is not the weirdest thing I've
Yeah,
ever
that's
seen.
fair.
Well, there's also, I don't know, it's magic. There's
Yeah.
lots of ways, lots of things that I don't know how a bar could do them, but there are lots of ways that to transmute
Such
the
as
inanimate to animal. There are spells. There are.
I think you should make a weird roll for me.
I'm also just going to throw it out there that you're probably not the first guy to bone a mannequin.
See, but that's sort of my point.
It's a 12 doubles.
And a 12. Okay, yeah. You distinctly remember there's a series of rituals that can be performed.
Yeah.
Like some of them are like, I just need an assistant, like a dummy to like move things around for me as an assistant, right?
Right.
Like automaton is what I mean.
Right.
But they're like a series. They're like several circles of that same spell that sort of bring this thing more and more to life. Most people don't perform those because they don't. Like it's awkward to make a whole real person.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Wonder
I don't-
why.
just made a
That's-
whole living being.
Yeah.
like,
that
I
I'm
don't-
responsible for.
Yeah, I don't. That's not like. What?
That sounds super gross.
Yeah, it'd be messy for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have a pretty clear memory of.
All right.
There was a bunch of debate about that in
Yeah.
the secret society.
Yeah. There's some spells. Like there's spells that can make it happen. If Samantha wants to make it happen, it's definitely
Oh, I
possible.
think Samantha should have whatever she likes. She's a very sweet bar. I just, and
He
I'm
wants
not.
to fuck my building.
That's sort of not what I was going for at all. But I
No,
mean,
but you're not ruling it out.
No, I'm not. No,
So-
I'm a gentleman here. I'm not gonna.
Murph, stop eyeing my bar like that.
It's all over. How do I not look at the bar? It's literally surrounding me
What
What are
in
your
every direction.
intentions with my establishment?
Samantha started this, just
Yeah.
to be clear.
That's fair.
So
Just gonna give Murph a hard time.
okay,
That's fair. No, that's fair.
I like it when you do that. Carry on.
There's some generic commercial looping now of a woman just like running on the beach at sunset of like.
It's a definitely like a maxi bag commercial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just without that part listed yet.
Or a salad commercial. Those are the two that tend to be like that.
If the Hallmark Christmas movies start playing, I'm out of here.
So
Christmas bar.
Yes.
so why don't we just go get the spotty?
Sure.
We can just do that, right? I mean, you're the guy with the house and the thing and the.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
the house is sold.
I would like to see ya.
Yeah, but I'm not sure they've actually moved in yet. I mean, look. This is the behind the scenes thing. We remodel most of the house, but not all of the house. So there's a couple rooms that aren't done. So usually people go ahead and keep remodeling. So it could be that they haven't moved in yet.
All right.
Look,
Sweet.
I'd like to go visit the ficus there again. It was nice.
that was a nice ficus.
Huh. That's weirder than my bar. My thirsty bar.
No, I feel like a thirsty bar is much
Yeah,
weirder
I
than
gotta
a
go.
plant
It's a little strange.
that, it's alive.
That's fair. That's a fair point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Samantha's
alive.
still weirder.
Yep.
Yeah.
Calm down, girl. And I break the TV. Just tap in it. Stop.
Okay. Yeah, TV turns off.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess
Yeah.
we're. So we walk over there. I guess.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. So, yeah, you make it over there. It's, midday at this point. Probably past half a dozen taco carts on the way there. But probably some other things, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like the second I'm real comfortable in the bar, and then the second I leave the bar, it's like I start tensing up a little bit
No.
because the powers are back on, and then it's like
Yep.
I don't know how it's going to turn out. Let's see.
That's a fair play. I think, I actually think Margo didn't notice that because she only tends to see you guys on her premises, and what's wrong? It's gonna be fine. Are you nervous about?
No, it's all good. I go outside a lot. Just is that the same taco truck or taco cart?
Could be. Yeah, there's like a taco cart, hot dogs, elotes.
It's every block.
Yeah.
Every block there's a taco truck and a taco cart and a hot dog cart. Every block.
Now that you pointed it out, it is weird.
It's a little weird.
Oh no, that's tame, to be honest.
Wait, are you doing this?
I'm not doing it. It just sort of happens. Have you ever watched the show? Didn't seem weird that I kept finding bodies in the walls and things?
They edit those out a lot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that the pipes in that one house went into that other house for no reason. Yeah.
I love that episode. No, I guess it's fine. I can say I like the show and I've watched all of the episodes.
Oh, thanks.
Surprise. This is my surprise face.
The moment that you have that, like, oh, that feels nice,
Yeah.
like that little
Here it
feeling,
comes.
there's bird shit on your shoulder.
Yeah. I take off the windbreaker. I'm like, fine.
Can't you do something about that?
I mean, it's natural. They have to poop.
Yeah, can you just tell them to poop bend and not hit us? I don't know how your powers work.
Hey, don't do that again, please.
I'm done.
Thanks.
That work.
Yeah, he said he was finished already.
Yeah, I got that.
Birds are jerks.
I mean, they don't have a lot of forethought or planning.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can keep yelling, please don't poop on my friend as we walk.
Honestly, I've lived with this my whole life. It's something good will happen in a second.
That's wild. Are we gonna have bird poop on us because we're hanging out with you? Ugh. This is fun.
Oh no,
This is
it
fun. I
hardly
enjoy
ever
this.
repeats.
I think I'm okay.
Yeah?
Okay. This is
I'm
fine.
just like,
To be
why
fair,
are
it
we...
usually happens to me, so
Okay.
usually, mostly.
Okay.
I come out at night. Mostly.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah.
So the last block before you get to the house, the guy with the elotes cart is just packing up.
Ooh.
He's like, I gotta get rid of the last of these elotes. You
Hey.
just take them. I'm just gonna throw them away otherwise.
Hey, that's very nice of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So everyone gets a couple, right? It's a lot of food.
And I go, see?
Okay. Cool.
And then he packs it up and rolls his cart away.
This is nice.
This is how I got the show.
Okay. Okay.
Should have seen what happened right before.
I want to know more.
Is there more of a story, or you just...
It's. Remember? I mean, let's see. How long has the show been on? A couple seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, a couple years ago, there was that Cirque du Soleil was setting up, right in downtown.
Yeah.
And then that semi truck went right through the tent. Remember that was that whole.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wasn't in the truck, in the front, but I was in the semi part. There was a whole. I didn't mean to be in there. It was an accident. I sort of fell, and then I ended up in there, and the door closed and locked. I couldn't get out, and then yeah.
Have you considered talking to your parent about this?
That is my parent talking to me.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
So, you're in the back of a truck that you've just fallen into
Yeah.
with mercenaries?
Mercenaries.
I don't know what's in this.
What
Why
kind
did
of
you
trucks
jump
do
to
you?
mercenaries?
That's a great poll.
Wait,
I'm so happy right now.
you guys don't have groups of mercenaries just show up at your houses and in your lives? like every other day?
No.
No.
I mean, I probably will now, but
Oh.
I didn't
I
before.
just figured that was
Yeah.
normal.
Wow, we were worried about the bird poop.
Yo,
Yeah.
my biggest concern lately has been like my bar wants to fuck. So
All
I
right,
was
I'm
worried
just-
about that, and now I'm sort of worried about trucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just assumed you guys had trucks of mercenaries in your life. Okay, whatever.
Kevin,
No.
will you roll metal, please?
I really feel like we haven't been paying attention.
yeah,
Maybe that's something we should have been, noticing.
Oh, me. That's
Yeah, roll plus metal.
I like that you're like enunciating.
Metal.
That's an 8.
Damn.
Okay, so you're gonna get a kind of a the 10 plus would have been seeing this come far in advance.
Yeah.
But there's a guy coming along with a briefcase and a newspaper under one arm and like a paper lunch sack.
Uh-huh.
And as he's coming by, he like angles to just sort of brush past you and is putting the lunch sack in your hand. He has
Yeah.
put it in your hand and just keeps walking.
Yep.
Very subtly.
Did we see it happen?
It's up. Yeah, I mean, it just happened.
Did y'all just see that fucking dead drop just right now?
What?
What?
Do you do spy shit all the time?
What?
Are you a spy?
What?
What's a dead drop? Oh, with the briefcase thing.
Yeah.
Where?
No, I brought my lunch, you guys.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you had one.
Yeah, yeah.
That's neat. How long do you think we're going to be out for?
I don't know. I figured I might get hungry.
Well, you got free elotes. I mean,
I don't understand what to
I
know.
would like to see the bag, please.
You wouldn't know. It's my lunch.
Please?
Nope.
what are you having?
Good question.
You
Give
don't
me
know.
a second.
what did I pack?
give me a second. And I, take a few steps away and I open it.
He doesn't know what he made.
So there are 3. This is just Jay's
Yeah.
information. There are 3 eyeballs in there. With, I mean, they're mostly clean with like a little bit of where the optic nerve was. One of them is blue, and one is red, and one is green.
Wow. All right.
And they're just like rolling around in the bottom of this paper sack. They're not like wet or gooey
Right.
or bloody. They're just, but they look like organic eyeball, not like marbles or
No.
something.
All right. Cool. Well, I just close it up, and ham sandwiches is what I have, and so you all don't need to worry about that. I'm just gonna stick it in my
Do we
pocket.
need to be worried about like other kinds of sandwiches?
Not right now.
Okay,
no.
I just said I worried about that. I just didn't know.
No.
No, I am very smart. Because
Yes, you are.
I'm a demigod.
Hey,
I
so are we
do
all.
deeply believe that we have got to circle back to in this last 30 seconds. He said mercenaries, and then a dude handed him a thing. And we're just gonna be good with that?
Yeah.
I don't go outside very often, so this is a lot for me. We're gonna need to unpack this like I'm very close to wanting to unpack this fucking lunch.
You
I think
cannot.
I don't want to speak for Flora, but I think I'm safe to say that most trucks don't have mercenaries in them.
I don't really ride in trucks. There's a lot of big carbon footprint.
That's fair. That's true.
I am, this lunch sack thing is strange, though.
Yeah. Anyway, so what? So there weren't mercenaries. You were in the back of a truck.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Is where we
So
started.
I was in the truck, and then inexplicably one of the tires blew out. Well, several of the tires, and so it veered off the freeway into the Cirque du Soleil tent, which turned out to be lucky because there was a producer in the front row who was having a heart attack, and I jumped out and I knew a little CPR, so I helped him, and that's how I got the show.
Wow. All right. That's great.
Yeah. That's
That's
how
good.
most people get shows.
Yeah.
really, these
Yeah.
days.
That's pretty standard.
Yeah.
Total luck and,
Pretty
favors.
clear chain of events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Colonial House. Let's.
Oh yeah, that's right over there.
Let's go. All right.
Yeah, you can see it. It's on the corner down there. It's actually like the front of the house is just like the front yard is across the street from a beach view of like
Ooh.
it's just open beach. Like this should be like $1 million, like millions of dollars. Like it's not sold
It's
for
not.
millions of dollars. It was sold for like $500,000.
It's pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
what a universe.
Yeah.
Yep. Fiction.
So lead us to where these
Yeah,
body
so-
parts are.
Does it look like people are living there at the moment?
I mean the windows are dark, and
Is
this
there a car in the driveway, sort of a thing?
driveway.
Well, round back. It's all street parking because it's Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, I mean, there's access through the back, so let's go around there.
All right.
lead the way toward the. It has one of those little grates that you pull off so you can get the crawl space access.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop by and hug the ficus on our way in.
Oh yeah, it like leans, kind of wraps itself around your shoulder a little bit. Like,
See, it's a
I
nice
miss
focus.
you. You hear only
Yeah.
you hear that, right? I'm like,
Oh, otherwise that'd be really creepy.
Yeah.
I miss you too, but I'm glad you have a nice view.
it smells good here.
Yeah, good fresh air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm
need.
just taking photos. I'm like, oh my god, I'm at the house.
I'm gonna have you
I'll
roll
leave it behind you.
judgment
Okay.
with Fate's favor.
Okay.
So you'll roll
Excellent.
3 dice.
Goodness.
Okay.
7, 8.
Okay. Wait, with your judgment?
I have 0 judgment.
Okay, I love this group. This is great. Okay, so the ficus also communicates that it's nice here, but it's not like it smells good and the air is good, but it's sort of like it thought more people would be coming and going because there were all those people here and now like nobody's been coming around, and so like no one's around and there's the weird sounds under the house and it is like a little freaky living here,
Oh, there's weird sounds from under the house?
and then the plant's quiet.
Oh.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's what I'm going. Oh,
Oh.
yeah. This wasn't at all creepy down there the first time.
Yeah. Fiddles the ficus says that there's creepy. Yeah, that there's weird sounds under the house.
Oh,
They don't want to talk about it though, so I don't want to push the issue too much.
that's a sensitive topic for the ficus.
I mean, it's their home.
Yeah. Well,
But wait. What did you say?
I think the ficus wanted you to go under the house.
Me?
Yeah,
All right.
Okay.
I'll open the thing for you.
I'll hold your bag.
Yeah.
The back stays with me.
Right.
You might get hungry under there.
I'm gonna have you roll Bend Fate,
Okay.
the weird move,
All right.
to kind of amp up your hashtag blessed a little bit because
God.
we need to be able to walk around the house and not have anyone notice that we're like taking panels off and like doing all this stuff in a space that's pretty exposed on a corner lot like this. So, yeah, let's roll Bend
That
Fate.
would be a total of 7.
7. Okay,
Made
so then the one option you get to pick is to push a gift beyond its normal
I'll push-
use.
I'll push hashtag blessed so that
Yeah.
and the good side of it for Matt anyway.
Yeah.
No one notices us because they really all pay attention to the building that's crumbling on the other side of the street, or
Yeah.
the massive fight that's happening on the balcony of the house across the way.
Yeah.
That's really catching everybody's attention.
Yeah. Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, this like screaming argument just came out onto the balcony, and
And will last for quite a while.
yep, excellent.
Cool.
So you all make it around to the like the walkway behind the house. It's like a little like skinny concrete path with a chain link fence and like pretty heavy bushes on the other side of the fence. So you're pretty isolated back here. There is the back door that goes into the kitchen. And then there's also, and you know, there's a way to get into the crawl space. If you go in through the kitchen to the like hallway from the kitchen, living room, bedrooms, you know, all that stuff. The hallway has like a floor panel, and then there's also a panel on the back of the house if you want to like, whoop, like, you know, snake your way
is
down
the inside
there.
one easier?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's go inside.
All right.
Okay. Is there any like security cam stuff in around this house? Like, does it have a ring?
No, because we had a really good hashtag blessed.
Yeah. Tight.
And you got the keys.
Well, it wasn't locked.
Oh, and besides, it's under this rock, see?
Thanks.
But it's not locked, so, you know, all good.
All right.
Why
Yeah,
is the
like
house
you
locked?
grab the key and you go. You're like, oh, it's already unlocked. Oh.
Those rocks are always so fake looking.
They are. But also, why is the house unlocked?
Yeah.
I don't know. Lucky, I guess. I'm gonna like push the door open and sort of look. Like, does it look like there's anything like moved in feel to it? Or does it just
There
feel
are
empty?
like some boxes piled up, but nothing's unpacked because there's still a lot of stuff. But it's like that initial move-in stuff you
Right.
try to take care of like let's move the pots and pans in. Like that's not going to be an issue. but it's not like there's no furniture in the house. It's
So I'll sort of call into the house a little bit and trash or treasure, just checking up on you.
there's no answer.
Okay.
And I'll say our Verdant knows right away. There's no like living people.
Yeah.
There's no like you would know right away if there was people nearby.
There's nobody here.
Oh.
There's no live people.
Are there dead people?
Well, I don't know. You're the one who always finds them on the show.
It's true, but never when I'm looking.
It's 3 times I found it.
One
Suddenly
per
I
season.
find
It was
dead.
weird.
3 corpses.
Yeah.
Suddenly the corpse house guy.
To be fair, there was 2 in 1, so that only counts for 1.
Okay, that's fair.
And they totally caught that guy, so I mean, it's all good.
It all worked out fine.
Yeah, it all worked out in the end. Cold case file comes on right after my show. All right, let's go. And
All
it's
right.
right here in the hallway.
All right, let's go.
As we walk in, I'm going to start reaching into my little like side bag that's my bottomless bag and like pulling out erector set pieces. And I'm just going to start building like a little spider bot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm eventually
Good,
gonna-
nice.
smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to do bend fate to make something, or are you using a different ability?
I mean, I will eventually use Deus Ex Machina to
Ah,
control it.
okay.
But I'm making like a toy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's very low tech. She's mostly alchemical. She's just like, I guess this is the thing I can kind of do.
Yeah.
Sure. I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you walk through the house. It's just single story. It's several bedrooms. There's a living room, and the only thing that's up is that there's like a rectangular cutout for an upper crawl space as well that probably like comes down with that little ladder thing going up. Definitely not big enough to be a full-on attic, so it's just crawl space access.
We were going to do a whole, like, if it was big enough, we were going to do like a whole playroom situation, but it wasn't big enough to make it work.
Yeah.
I know, it would have been nice.
And that's in the hallway as well. So that's up at one end of the hallway, and then the floor panel is in the other part of the hallway that kind of have to like,
It's lifted up like
jimmy
a
open.
section of floor.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So like here, so there's like a ring and another ring, and I sort of lift it out.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no interest in going in there.
Are the boxes dusty?
Not particularly.
Okay.
No.
So, I
And-
can move
and
in
it's-
and then like burn the walls down.
No.
Yeah.
This is like
You're well thinking it.
the Sharpie is on there of like living room.
Right.
It's
Joey's stuff. Right?
yeah, all that. So you don't. There are no limbs. It's just you see dirt, dark soil.
Yeah, the limbs
under
are sort of like in and then that way.
well, most of them. There were
Most of them,
some. There were a
some
few
of
over
them,
there,
yeah.
but the big pile
Yeah.
was.
Well, let's just go down and figure it out.
So I sort of kneel down and like stick my head in it and like look.
Yeah, you can see the big piles over there. Some of the scattered ones.
I come back up, they're still there.
Can you roll judgment for me, please? This is
clearly.
just like a custom move.
Clearly, I don't have any because of what I just did. Yeah, that would be 8.
Okay, so there's the house faces west, right? Looks out over the beach, and in the like northeast corner is the big pile. In the southwest corner is the small scattering of stuff.
Okay.
And for the first time, you're realizing it looks like. I mean, it was probably like this before, because who would have been under here to mess with it? It looks like whatever these pieces are arrayed out in a fan, like this, like kind of pointing towards the southwest corner of the house, out like that. And so these are like my fingers are like arms and legs,
Right.
right? And I'm making this sort of
Yeah, so it's like a
like a fan.
half circle fan.
Yeah, like a quarter of a compass, right? Like if you had a compass laid
Okay,
out,
yeah.
it looks like that.
Got it.
So that's weird.
That's weird.
What? That there's just mannequin limbs under the house?
No, well, yes, that is
Yeah.
weird. But they seem to be sort of pointing toward the southwest corner of the house.
What do you mean?
Not pointing like here's a hand pointing it. No, it mean like they're sort of arrayed like leaning toward that, like arrayed from. It's like I was doing this.
Oh, okay. Does that not give anyone else pause? This is
It gives me
weird.
some. It
Okay.
gives me pause. It gives me
Cool.
pause. You didn't notice this before?
Well, no, I was sort of more worried about the leaking pipe that was down here. That's what I was trying to get to, and then I saw and I didn't really see the things behind me until I was leaving.
Good news, everything's still dry under the house.
Yeah, pipe's totally working.
Great. That's great. Feels like there's like some ritual stuff going on down here.
But like culty ritual stuff.
Maybe culty. I don't know.
It sounds like you might be piercing the veil.
Yeah, let me try to see what's going on here.
Must be a very short cultist.
I'm trying to sense
This big.
nimble cultists.
Yeah.
sense a little magic. It's a 7 plus 1 for judgment, so 8.
8. Okay. So you know. Well, are there some questions you want to ask from Pierce the Veil on the basic moves?
Where is the danger here?
So definitively, right now there is no danger here.
Okay.
And as a like, and I don't mean that as a non-answer.
Yeah.
Like currently there is nothing dangerous here.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, besides me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably not too much like who was here last is too open-ended.
Yeah. There were a lot of people here
How
shooting a
long-
TV show.
Yeah. How long has this been? How long has all of this been here?
All the limbs and stuff.
Mannequins
Yeah.
the compass.
So those are two different questions. The compass has been here for like a week, and the rest of the limbs have been here a long time, and you're not totally, that's like some deeper magic that you didn't get a good handle on.
Yep.
If you could go in and like touch them, you'd get a much clearer idea
Yeah.
of how long they've been here.
So I'm gonna try to go down there. I think it's
Why?
safe. I think it's safe. My senses tell me it's safe, and I think there are answers down there that I can figure out.
So you think it's like magic?
Yes, obviously.
Okay, well, I was just hoping it was something real, not just
Why?
like,
Does your science go weird, and make his ears pointy or whatever? Come on.
Is there? I'm
That's
not
a thing?
sensing.
I don't know.
I'm not sensing anything living down there, right?
Not beyond like earthworms
Regular
and stuff. Yeah.
There's nothing big living down there.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to take Trevor? And I finished it. It's just like it's a little dumb six-legged like robot thing.
Oh, I think I'll be okay.
Okay, I'm gonna send it anyway.
I'm just a little weirded out for the homeowners. I mean, this happened like a week ago. They could have like been here. Someone's under their house. That's like a horror movie waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the whole mannequin arm leg thing, but
But they were cool with that, so.
What if the little boy like climbed down and did it? Because he was weird with that little mustache.
Maybe that's the thing. Let me go check it out, and like once I get closer, I can kind of suss all of that out.
Okay.
You want some
Have
food?
his 6, and I drop it down the hole.
Okay. So do you want to?
Gum on it. Blech.
Good. Do you want to check the big pile or the compass first?
The compass first.
Do
Okay.
you need any help?
No, you guys should stay up there.
Oh, good.
All right.
I
So
mean,
this is like
okay.
hands and knees kind of space.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you just bring in your paper bag with you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
It's,
okay.
They're shoved in my back pocket.
Ah, okay.
I just rolled a 9 for my Deus Ex Machina.
Oh, okay. Cool. What is it? What
It
is
just means
that?
it works.
Yeah. All right.
10 plus would have been like, it's really good.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're scuttling around. Are you following him over to the like arrayed limbs or the big pile of limbs by yourself? Like,
Yeah, I'll go to the big pile of limbs.
okay. So you hustle over there as a Trevor the spider bot.
Yep.
Okay.
Just like an erector set. Like, it's a toy.
Yep.
Okay. What are you doing?
I think I'm gonna hang out by the hole, and I think I'm gonna send Dot around to search like the house,
Oh, okay.
just to make sure. Like, I mean, I know there's no people here, but make sure there's no other weird culty symbols anywhere or things like that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And she goes off to search.
I'm gonna go check the front door to see if that's locked, and then maybe walk through the rooms a little bit and make
Okay.
sure that not people haven't just killed all these people and killed the homeowners and have them strewn around somewhere.
Yeah.
That's a good
Right.
point.
So the front door is locked when you
Okay,
get there.
That's something.
And you know it was locked because you reach for it and it like unlocks.
Right, unlocked. I'm like, no, stay locked.
No,
it's
no, no,
fine.
I want that to be locked. Okay.
And then I'll
the
go-
the
I'll go
door's like,
check
oh,
it.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Trying to help.
I didn't realize.
Everything's talking to me today.
You have quite a way with rooms.
Apparently.
Okay, so you make your way through the rooms pretty quickly, like faster than it is for them to move around under the house. So you just poke your head in all the rooms, like no dead bodies.
Okay.
Nothing.
When I get back down, this will be in a little bit, but when I get back down, I'm going to stick my head down the hole, be like, it's okay, no one's dead up here. We're all good.
I'm going to turn from, like, sitting on the couch, and I'm like, okay, that was weird.
We don't have a couch. There's no furniture.
I was sitting on a box.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Because you're in both places.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the
Well, I
bot
checked to see
and
that
herself.
they weren't dead. I mean,
Yeah.
could kill the ratings. Well, actually, it probably would help the ratings, to be honest. But
Probably would.
Yeah.
no, it's still mean, though. I don't
Can
wanna-
you do? Well, both of you are going to do Pierce the Veil, just on different components of this place.
That's a disappointing
Could I
roll.
provide aid?
No,
not
because
there.
they're under the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I got a 6.
Oh, okay. So 6 minus roll.
Damn it.
On Pierce the Veil, you still get to ask a question,
I do.
but I am going to answer it with bad news.
Who is responsible for this person, place, or thing?
The person responsible. Wait, where did mine? Oh God, it's a good time to stop and read your notes.
How did I get this pile of mannequin limbs to like me?
Right. So what you're getting is this wild sense of change, right? Like it's almost like the answer that comes at you is like change is responsible for this, and you briefly, I think the little Trevor bot squats down, just like crashes out for a second. You're not disconnected from it, but because you sitting on the box are like, whoa, this is a lot. You have the like, vision of the next 1,000 years of like things crumbling and growing and crumbling and growing. You're like,
Bad trip, it's a bad trip, it's a
yeah.
bad trip.
Whoa.
I keep her from falling off.
Yeah.
Hang on. Yeah, keep her from falling off the box.
Yeah.
Thought I was still muted.
and you're overcome with the like changeability and impermanence of things, and maybe for someone as a maker of things, that might be pretty disheartening. I don't know how you react to that, but nothing lasts forever.
Cool, just had a really bad Ozymandias trip. Ooh, nothing means anything. Oh, God.
You okay?
I don't know. That was upsetting.
And that house did that?
The pile of limbs just...
And we want to give these to Samantha.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page.
But there's something deeply fucked under the house. And our friend is there.
Why don't you roll Pierce the Veil as well? Now that
sort
you're
of look to the hole like...
Yeah. All 3?
Yeah.
Pierce the Veil, so that is an 11.
oh good.
By the way, I really like that band, so I enjoy that we keep saying it.
What?
Pierce the Veil.
Oh, is that a band? Oh.
Pierce the Veil.
Uh,
I don't know what they sound like. I just assumed.
Yeah, no, it's good.
all right. So the first, I'm going to give you a piece of information for free.
Got
The house sits on a ley line that you didn't notice before.
Oh, boy.
And it's like an 8-way. It's not like a super powerful crossing because they don't perfectly match up, but they cross and then they cross and they cross and they cross, and there's like a sort of octagonal space in the middle that isn't surrounded by, that is like the outline of these ley lines that pass through. If they all crossed on top of each other, this place would collapse in on itself. Like this would be crazy. But there are all these ley lines passing through here, and the different cultures use ley lines in different ways, and they mean different things to different people. But that's your like initial like, oh yeah, I see it now. Like it's in the grains of dirt and the way rivulets of water have carved things. It's just
Does the
here.
house sit on a ley line, or is the house in that spot in the middle?
That like middle spot is in the middle of the crawl space, and so you actually like crawled across it to get over to where that like quarter compass was. And in your assessment, you're like, what did I?
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what's the quarter compasses? How is that in relationship to the mess of ley lines?
So two. They are lined up with 4 of the ley lines. So these 2 limbs are lined up with 1. These 2, and then the other 4 are the other side of the house, right? So
Got it.
that's what you're looking at, is they are lined up with those ley lines. So if there's anything from Pierce the Veil that you want to ask, those questions, then I will answer them.
Is this part of a ritual I recognize?
This would be step 1 to taking it, like, when there is a ley line arrangement like this, you have to build a structure like Stonehenge. There was something there, and they went, oh, let's build a henge. And so they did, and then they could use it for whatever they were using it for. And this is like, you're thinking like, man, I wish I bought this house. Like you could like do something. Like this is a good like work spot for you.
Yeah. So it seems like the house was intentionally built here.
Yeah, it seems like a wild coincidence that a house would just happen to be built on these ley lines.
Trying to think of what else. What other questions? What did I ask at this point? Has anyone been hurt?
Oh, that's a good question. Not yet. And I'm also rescinding my earlier answer of there's nothing dangerous here. There is now something dangerous here.
There's now something dangerous here. Cool. Cool. That is awesome.
Some good information it would have had before you got into the crawl space.
Yeah.
Well, there wasn't anything dangerous before you got in there.
And now that I'm here, now there's the danger. I try to find the nearest intact statue.
You've got these like 8 limbs that are over here. Everything else is in the big pile.
All right.
So you have these 8 limbs by themselves, or you can like scuttle over to the
8 limbs.
Okay.
And just look at them and just see what I can see that they have in common. Where do they differ? And does it all have that same look of something else turned to stone, as opposed to something ripped off or pulled off of stone?
None of them look like broken things, right? It's not like it came off of... Well, mannequins are relatively easy to pull apart without looking broken. So, but they look like a legit, mannequin arm with the knob thing that, plugs in they're like giant Barbie dolls. It looks like that. The stone limbs. So there are... Each one of these is like a plastic limb and a stone limb.
Yeah.
But it's kind of random whether it's arms or legs. But there's a pair, and they alternate plastic stone, plastic stone, plastic stone. And
It's all hands, all feet.
it's random.
Totally right.
But are there heads and torsos as well?
No, just arms and legs in that corner.
It's going to be a real freaky body for Samantha.
This is going to be real.
The big pile has some other stuff. That's what
okay.
Trevor's looking at.
Yeah.
Yo, Trevor, what you got over there?
What? There's just a pile of limbs. And the response you're hearing is, like, from above you. It's me responding.
I get that, but I mean, is there anything interesting about them? Do you see...
Oof, just a lot of big change energy. But there's nothing, like, visually interesting about this pile, is there?
It's that vision it threw you off so much. You're pretty sure all of the heads you can see, they're definitely looking at you.
Yeah. We should burn this house down, I think.
We might not want to, considering the cops are here looking at the fight going on across the street.
Yeah.
There's...
You also might not
Sorry.
want to, because burning down a house that we don't live in.
We should burn down the houses we do live in?
Yeah, you can only burn down your own house.
Yeah.
It's common knowledge.
Start at the shower and then work outward like any normal person.
Yes.
Exactly. Where do you think the steam comes from? I just mean it's not our house to just, willy-nilly start setting a flame.
Okay, well, how's your end doing? Because this end sucks so much.
I mean, our end was going pretty all right.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of limbs laying there.
Yeah, just a bunch of limbs. Vaguely tingling spidey sense.
Hold on, I'm gonna come move some of them and see what
All
happens.
right, good luck with that.
So when you go to move, you realize like one of your legs is stuck, and a plastic hand is not moving. It's
Yeah.
just clamped onto one of your. What do you have? 6, 8 legs.
6 legs.
Okay.
Yeah. It would take too long. I didn't have the time.
Yeah. So you go to move and you're like, why is this heavy? And this like hole like up to the elbow was like dragged along.
And I'm going to turn and gesticulate with a thing at that, like, this isn't an accident. These are alive.
All right.
Get out of the tunnel. I'm going to start trying to smack it off of the robot. Like, let go. Plastic. I hate this. We should go. We should go. This
Fire
is bad.
department's here too.
I think the thought that these inanimate objects are alive, like, really kind of freaks out Flora. So she's gonna try and use her powers to, like, get some of the roots around the house to, like, grow into, like, hold
Oh.
the
nice.
plastic pieces and
Ooh.
stuff down.
Okay.
Because she's like, no, living things live only.
Yeah.
Except Samantha, and I don't want to think about that. And let's just keep going.
Okay.
Good plan.
So 7 plus, what is it to?
Oh, I think you're probably. What are you using a particular move, or are you just bending fate?
Just bending fate, I guess, because I don't have one. Oh, no, I don't have one that like is like plant
So that's
growing.
probably weird.
Okay. So 7 exactly.
7. Okay. So medium success. You definitely have some roots coming in. They're pushing in into the crawl space. You can see these roots like
Yeah.
start coming up through the dirt. Yeah.
I
And
grab an arm.
the what?
I grab an arm.
Oh, okay. Just all right.
Yeah.
Now he's armed.
Excellent and dangerous. But you're having trouble like getting exactly where everything is because there's static, right? Of you, this should be easy. Like you could just pick this house up. There's a lot of plants around here, right?
I planted them.
Should be simple. And yeah, that's the other thing. You're familiar with these actual plants,
Yeah.
right? So the fact that you're kind of having to like push through, like communicate through a staticky walkie-talkie,
Yeah.
is what it feels like. And they're like, so the roots are coming up. Like, wait, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
What? What? But a couple roots come up under the big pile, and you see a bunch of pieces like tumble off, and a plastic head with no hair on it, but just mannequin, no eyeballs or anything, just like flat space. Rolls sideways and like bumps into you, just staring at you.
Oh.
Nope, we're gonna need a clear view.
Yeah,
And
that's-
my human body stands up,
Oh.
and I want to go over to like wherever this is, and I would like to I'm busting through the floor.
Oh yeah, okay,
Okay.
that's
Oh,
fine.
that's really good. Oh God.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. If anything's taught me, it will take it'll take a commercial break to fix this.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not how that works. We
That's not how
were
it
here
works
for
at all.
months. It's okay. We already done it. I mean, okay.
What are you using to break through the floor? Just like stomping your way through, or?
I'll pull a ridiculously long hammer.
Oh yeah, this is a sledgehammer out of your
Nice.
I don't
workshop.
Even know why I put this in here.
Luckily, right about then, like the cops outside are yelling at the people, "Stop!
Yeah.
Get off the roof!" And so it's really
Yeah.
loud.
The firefighters are trying to set up a ladder.
Right? So
Like,
it's really a lot of noise.
don't argue there. You're gonna fall off.
I'm gonna break something I shouldn't.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And your other self suddenly becomes aware of a flowing sensation, and all of these pieces start moving in like not by accident.
Oh, it's moving. I hate this so much. Kill it when we see it.
And the 8 limbs are individually. So like you grabbed one, and it's like however it was like sort of stretched out like this. You have that, and it's not doing anything. But the other 7 are like, like crawling along or using its heel to pull itself forward,
Sam Raimi movie.
trying to get back to you.
All right. Well, I'm going to book it out.
Okay, so you just like barrel roll out of there.
Yep. And I'm going to, as I leave, toss a grenade. Oh wait, I don't have grenades in this game. Damn it. Damn it.
Be a lot to fix in this here.
I'm just gonna split.
Okay.
Shadowrun flashbacks.
I know.
So there's a lot happening here, a lot of things trying to grab you. So I'm going to need you to do a perform under pressure.
Oh, good. Then I have -1 in.
Ah, sweet. Oh,
Yeah,
I'd like
I'll
to-
live with it.
is that a 5?
That's a 5.
I'm going to run to the hole and be like, come on, and provide some aid.
Okay. You can give +2, right?
Yep.
Because that's what he needs. So
Yes, thank you. 5 + 2 is
Yeah.
7.
yeah. Well, do you have to roll for that,
I
or
don't know.
you?
It says you may. Oh, yeah, it says you may roll awe. So instead of using tangles, I use awe. I use awe.
Nice. Hey, there we go.
10.
Oh, so impressive. Yeah. So yeah, you're inspired.
Yeah.
You reach out, grab his hand,
Pull him up.
pulls you out. You still have your inert arm,
That's
right?
right.
Like it's not doing it. It's not grabbing you.
Nope.
But as you pull him out, there's like a leg is hooked around his leg,
Oh, gosh.
and a couple arms have a hold of his calf, like his pant legs are ripping.
Get him off.
And yeah, but you pull him out, and these limbs drop back down. Trevor is being overwhelmed.
Yeah, for sure.
Just crunch, 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 and then you lose connection
Yeah.
with it.
Like gum.
The ones that fell off of Kevin, did they animate when they got back down there, or did they just lay inert?
Yeah, they're like currently trying to
Oh, get out.
They're like boonk, like trying to like prop themselves up and get up out of the hole.
Let's close this.
Yeah, close that hole. Seal
You
that
break
hole.
the floor, so
Yeah, like-
that's not gonna.
Let's just
change.
go.
Let's just,
Let's just
No, Magic Man, let's deal with this. This is wild. If normal people come in here,
We can't let that family move in.
We'll just make some phone calls.
No,
What? How's that call gonna go?
hold please.
And then
Is that the front door?
no the like
Yeah.
panel on the floor like pops up. So I don't know if anyone's standing right there, but
I think I was. We hadn't moved yet.
Yeah. okay. Roll perform under pressure for me
Okay.
to dodge out of the way because it's actually coming up with way more force than you were expecting. Oh well.
That is not gonna go well.
So plus metal.
Plus, so that's 4.
Oh.
Okay, so that's outside of the provide aid
Oh.
range.
I don't think I can provide aid to myself.
No.
No.
Well, I mean, sometimes you could, but not in the.
They have grabbed me. They have grabbed me a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So yeah, you're not taking harm in this instance, but you are trapped.
Yeah.
You're right. So this thing flies up. It like hits you in the face. You bounce your head off the wall. Like, oh, what? And then
Normal, yeah.
they grab your legs, pull you down, and you like your legs go. You're like standing in the cutout, but you like just banged your head,
I'm like,
slammed your tailbone on the edge of the floor. You know, like. If you were a mortal person, you'd be very injured, right? You haven't taken any harm yet, but that's going to change.
Yeah.
And then
sort of normal.
the parts of the floor around that start like popping and breaking up, and a like kind of like Katamari limb ball starts to form of that you're kind of on the edge of,
Right.
and this like growing mass is what's popping the floor up. This is like creaking, and you know that noise that nails make when they squeak out of the beams. And yeah, so this thing's probably maybe 6 feet across at this point.
Oh.
It's maybe
yeah, that's horrible.
20 or I mean like 12 or 15 limbs, but there are more limbs coming.
Oh.
And so yeah, it's like it's like a koosh ball, like a horrible koosh ball.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Thought that image was bad enough, and then the koosh ball came in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it has your friend.
I am gonna try counter spell.
Okay, yeah, this seems like this spell.
Yeah.
That's a 9 plus judgment. Yeah, 10.
Okay. So you want to counter like whatever's making
Whatever's animating this fucking thing, I would like
Yeah.
these things to go back to being inanimate right the fuck now.
Okay. You cancel that spell, and then you get this blowback, right? I'm gonna have you do. I need you to roll prowess to see if you can select protect yourself,
All right.
because you just set off a grenade, a magic grenade.
Oh, that would be a 5.
Okay, so you're going to take 2 harm, which isn't much, and it's completely magical, right? Like nothing actually exploded, but he flies back as if an explosion went off. Flies down the hall, hits the end of the wall at the end, or no, actually probably there's a door to the bathroom, right? So you just blast through the door. You're like slumped against the bathtub. But it was only 2 harm, so it was mostly concussive.
Right.
And you just like interfered with divine magic.
Oh, shit.
And you did interfere. And all of you see like the ball has collapsed, and now they're moving to form, like 4-limbed humanoid shapes.
It's not good. That's not better.
They're helping each other, like grab torsos, and heads are just like boop, 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 just rolling into place.
I used to like the Iron Giant.
Yeah, no, now I don't like him no much.
I'm going to roll, and I'm going to use my shape changer to roll into a very large gorilla.
Yeah.
Yay!
Nice.
So 5, 6, 7. Wrong page. 8, 9.
Okay. So what do you want to pick from your shape changer?
Let's see. 7, 9. Choose one option from the list. I'll have +1 harm.
Okay.
Yes.
And you don't have an epic weapon, right?
No.
So you deal 3 harm now.
Okay. Woohoo!
All right.
So
So
we
yeah,
go
you
and-
change. You can jump in and do something.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Is he still like wrapped up, or is he free?
You're busted free.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, Matt was thrown free when he did the counter spell,
it,
right?
gotcha.
Okay.
Then he flew back
Yeah.
from like
So
the
Kevin's in
nothing
the other room,
explosion.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
I'm gonna go to work then, just like pulling these things apart, like trying to keep them as separate pieces.
Okay. So you jump in there, you start throwing things apart. Let's roll smite your enemies.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh,
11.
well.
They
Yeah.
have been smotted.
What do I add for smite my enemies?
Prowess.
Prowess. 11, 12, 13.
Yeah. Okay. So I assume you want to exchange harm.
Yes.
Then what? You get 2 other things from this list.
I will. Crush them
Yep.
and gain and add. Make an opening for an ally.
Okay. Yeah, that's good because you were going to get grabbed again.
Oh,
So
okay. And with a 13, isn't it like all the options?
that's if you've like leveled up to unlock
Oh, gotcha.
godlike. Yeah, you have to like.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gotcha.
okay.
You have to buy that as an advance.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
So do I not get to pick those things then? I'm sorry.
No, because you're not godlike yet.
No, the ones you picked are fine.
Oh,
like,
okay.
if you're
Yeah.
God, like you get all of them.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if that was like a subheading. Like I got it.
Right. So the exchange harm is you're going to deal 3 harm and take 2 harm.
Yeah.
Unless you have epic armor.
I do.
Oh, okay. So the 2 harm is absorbed by your armor.
Okay.
And you all see this gorilla like jumps in there. More floorboards getting ripped up. I mean, we're creating havoc here.
Right.
And as you pull apart pieces that are trying to put themselves together, this like silvery, like quicksilver sprays out.
Okay.
And you're pulling these things apart, and they're trying to like crawl up you, and you're just like, no, get off. Like, they can't do anything to you yet.
Yeah.
But
While I'm doing this, I'm trying to throw them as far, so they have to take a while to get
yeah,
back. By the way.
yeah, you're stomping on them. You're throwing them like up into the house,
Yeah.
so they can't like get to each other.
Exactly.
There's like a bunch of stuff landing by you.
Are they? Do they still animate when they're up in the house, or only down below?
They're moving.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
They're all moving. Let's check in. What's going on with?
If we could just like kind of jump back in time as she turned into a gorilla.
Yes.
How much stock would it be if I were to make, let's say, a juice that makes a monkey matter?
Oh yeah.
Like, if we could just perhaps give Winston his like
Yeah.
move.
Yeah.
Just go full
Like
rage.
like rampage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rampage
So,
juice.
I want like in my brain, I think she like pulled out a powder and like crushed it down, or like pulled out a stock that was like a pill,
Yeah.
crushed it, and then blew it into the gorilla's face.
Yeah.
She went and just
Could it be you went Flora and she turns you just
Yeah.
Yep. Just,
Hey,
yeah.
Oh my.
get him.
Smoke bomb.
Yeah.
Have you drugged all of us that way?
I can't hear you. There's so many limbs.
We'll be talking about this later.
Oh god.
So I'm also
so
going to
much.
turn.
Yeah.
You got a 9 to do shape change, right?
Yes.
I'm going to treat that as an aid. So what is your 10 plus option?
Choose 2 options from the list. While change, you can change back and forth until sunrise or sunset, whichever comes first.
Okay, so it's midday. We have a long time till sunset, but you get a second option now.
I'm going to say I move with extraordinary speed because I chose the +1 harm before. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and you're real fast.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Does that feel like a good outcome
That's
for your
perfect, yeah.
for your drugs?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Margot gave her speed.
Yes.
Literally.
Yep.
Oopsie.
Literal speed.
Sometimes you give a gorilla amphetamines. No.
Just crush up an Adderall.
Very focused.
With some other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adderall plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Total Dexedrine. Here you go.
Let's check in with Matt, because you got blasted through a door.
I got blasted
so I'm
through a
going to come
door.
back to you in a second.
So I'm going to throw my my epic armor sort of always on because I figured his epic armor is like probability.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
fine.
like things just strangely miss. But if your Flora's throwing things onto the top, and you're crushing them, yeah, I'm gonna go run to see if Kevin needs help.
Yeah,
'Cause
good
he just got
idea.
blown through a door. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, are you okay?
I appreciate that.
So you find Kevin is like maneuvering, right? Like you're getting up.
What the fuck?
It's mostly that empty core door, the
yeah.
interior door is just like shattered, and he cracked the bathtub when he hit it.
Thanks.
Yeah,
So he's like a little dazed.
yeah. And 2 harm is up there with taking a bullet, so it's it's not like a tiny thing, but you're demigods,
Yeah.
and so it's.
Luckily, I have no way to heal you.
Yeah,
So instead,
Well, you could do bend fate. Yeah, bend fate. You
Here.
could try to heal 1 harm or inflict 1 harm.
yeah, that's good use of my
Yeah.
powers. Let's see how this
Oh,
goes.
and you can pick the same thing twice. Like if you get to pick 2
I
things,
think
you,
multiple harms.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to grab. I'm going to throw open the medicine cabinet and grab some old smelling salts that I happen to know is in there.
Yep.
And
What
I'm
were those
gonna,
even
I'm gonna
doing
break
there?
that and like wave it under his nose and then bend fate with it.
Nice.
Okay, so before you roll,
Yeah.
you have to pick if you get 2 boons, which one do you want? And if you have to pick 2 banes, which 2
So
would you take?
I'll heal him if I have to. Both heals.
Double?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the bane. I think I'll become stunned for the next few. Or does it have to be on him?
No, this happens to you.
Yeah, I'll definitely become stunned.
Okay.
Or either that, or I mean, I'll leave it up to you because it's
well, you have
sort
to
of
pick
random.
2 things
Right.
that might happen.
Either I'll take both harms, or something bad is going to find me,
Okay. Yep.
or some combination.
Yeah, I like that. It's a smorgasbord of
Yeah, it's a smart
opportunity.
yeah. Welcome to Murphy's Law. That's weird.
You
No,
did
it's
this
okay.
to him.
5. So that's going to be poor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for this.
You're welcome.
I
like
appreciate your support of the Kickstarter.
your help. Yeah, that's fair.
You're effed.
Yeah,
No, it's good that you have armor because you're taking 2 harm, but that it doesn't ignore your armor. But yeah, you're like smelling salts, and you're going to do that, and then just hands burst through the floor. And
hands.
grab onto your ankles and pull you down, and you're now like knee deep in the floor, and you hit the dirt underneath, like you're standing in holes in the floor. Yeah,
So like Kevin's like eye level, and I'm like eye level to him, and
you're like
in the floor.
here, boom, and you just
A little help.
drop the thing you were holding, and yeah, you like thunk through the floor, and they're trying to pull you down. They're like you're in trouble right now.
They seem really keen on
Yeah.
taking me. Help
Help.
with a lot of help. Help.
Oh, I get 2 banes actually. So you're also going to take 1 harm that ignores your armor.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
You know, I shouldn't have used a really sharp tile in this battle.
I thought it said on a 6- choose 1 bane.
Oh, it does.
Who wrote this game?
I don't know. Yeah,
we know
it's
who
just the
read
one.
this game.
Okay,
So
this one.
you are grabbed. You
I
do
read
not
it.
take it. Yeah,
FYI, make that into 2.
yeah. Mental note.
Oh god.
Sorry.
And that's some other game's
Oh,
problem.
I think spellcasting has to pick 2 costs on a 6-.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's why I was confusing it with. We should contact the author and let them know that that's confusing.
They never get back to us, though.
Yeah.
It's a lot of likelihood.
All right, so you're like coming to, you're like, oh good, this guy's gonna come help me.
Yeah.
And then wham through the floor, just as you're, like, yeah, help.
Yeah.
Oh. What do you want to do?
What do I want to do? I've already tried counterspell.
And don't forget, spellcasting has a lot of, fiddly things to choose from. And everybody always rolls well on spellcasting, so it's
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to reach out and feel the weirdness of the world. What am I gonna do with my friend here and with me?
So initially, now that you're actually, you're sort of actively reaching out, your counterspell was like a reactive.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But now you're trying to get control, and the threads of fate are slippery.
Yeah.
That's the best I can describe
Yeah.
it. It's hard to get a grip on your magic here.
Yeah.
You're not rolling with this disfavor yet, but it could go that way depending on what happens.
Okay, I'm gonna try to push my gift. Well, it's not really a gift. It's the arcane move of Move Unseen.
Oh, your cantrip?
Yeah, my cantrip. But I'm gonna try to push it to extend it to Matt
Oh.
and drag him out the nearest exit.
Yeah, all right, let's roll it like Ben Fate.
Nice.
All right, that sounds good.
I believe in you.
You can do it.
Yeah, because for yourself, you don't have to
Right.
do anything because it's easy, but yeah, get them to ignore Matt.
Get your dice.
Plus weird.
Plus weird, so that is an 8.
Okay.
8. Okay, so a boon and a bane. Your boon is you push it beyond its limits. It's bane. I'm going to have you take Fate's Disfavor on your next roll. So just mark the disfavor on your sheet there. It's only one roll, but your next roll, no matter what it is,
Got it.
is going to have disfavor. However, you slip through these, the slippery threads of fate, yuck, I don't want it. As you, extend your cloak, you, yank your feet out of the floor. Where do you...
Whatever. Where's the nearest way to an outside place?
Probably the kitchen back door is best. Otherwise, you're going to be running out into the scene with the cops and the firefighters and all the
back
people
door.
who
Let's
come out to
let's
watch.
not go that way.
Yes. No. Kitchen back door.
Okay, so you blast that. Nothing has come through the kitchen floor yet. The linoleum is intact.
Nothing gets through linoleum.
Yeah. You're in that back little strip, catching your breath for a second. What are you up to?
You said that there was a quicksilver liquid floating through the air, flying through the air.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to get it. Vials out. I want a sample.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
sitting help! I'm like, ooh, hold on.
Okay. Well, that sounds like perform under pressure.
Yes.
Unless you have some sort of move that would supersede that.
I
Okay.
don't think so. Just doing a thing. Come on, 5, but it's +2 is a 7, so I still make it.
Okay. So I would let you collect one, or if you, there's a lot of it around.
Yeah.
If you're willing to grab some and spit it into the vial, you'll get 2 units.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Because it's just all over the place. You're like, oh.
It's fine. This is fine.
Okay. Yep. You have 2 units of Quicksilver.
Yeah. Hey, what's everyone doing? We good?
We're running.
We ran kitchen. We
I
ran.
feel like I'm still. If they're still coming together.
Oh
yeah.
there's stuff to fight. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Okay. Let's roll smite your enemies.
Okay.
And with your speed, add a 3rd die. Roll with favor.
Okay.
In this case.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
nah.
it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
5.
5 plus
6,
your
7.
prowess. Oh, 7. Okay. So, do you want to exchange harm or do one of the other things?
I will exchange harm.
Okay. You blast through more of them. You take 2 more harm. You have your armor. Yep, that's good. The things you're throwing apart are having a lot of trouble trying to collate and put themselves together. You are facing a tripod of arms,
Yeah.
right? Walking on,
Oh.
the hands are
that's yucky.
coming at you,
That's not right.
and
That's
so
not right.
this like three, like they run at you, and the like two stay on the ground, and one is like grabbing at your belt,
Okay.
right?
Gross. Inappropriate.
And I'm gonna have you take either. Yeah, I'm just taking a hard move. So you are taking either 4 harm
Ooh.
or 2 harm and you're stuck. And that's your choice.
So it's 4 harm and I could dip, or 2 harm and I'm stuck. Let's be stuck. That's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So this thing, it grabs onto your belt, like on the side, you
Yeah.
know, as you're like, oh, I was just collecting Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Why do you hate me?
Fucking
Yeah.
weird.
And the other, so one is grabbed on, and the other, like, there's like too many shoulder joints here.
Yeah.
The other 2 are grabbing on like the windowsill and the mantle, to like
Yeah.
hold you here, and they're just trying to pull you back. And so yeah, you're injured slightly, like trying to deal with this. Or
Yeah.
do you have armor?
No.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you take the 2 harm.
It just hurts.
Yeah, and so the harm is they're like pulling you back, and you sort of get like knocked against the wall a little bit, but you're not 100% trapped, but they've got you for
Okay. Cool.
now. Yeah, that's it for hard moves for right now. What's happening out back?
It's actually fairly pleasant outside. I mean,
Yeah, it's a nice
my
night.
rain hasn't started yet, so I mean,
It
that's
is
nice.
weirdly quiet, like
Yeah.
weirdly quiet.
Yeah.
You don't hear any floorboard snapping, yelling, roaring gorilla. Do you roar?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't hear any of that.
We should see what's going on.
We should help them.
We should go
Yeah,
out.
yeah. So we're gonna stupidly run back into the building.
Okay,
With the
as
killer
soon as
mannequins.
as soon as you cross the plane of the back door, all of the sound returns.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, there
Yep.
they are.
And as you go in, the kitchen linoleum pops up. It's just like hard to get through, right? So it's like lifts up, peels up. You're like, oh, that's
Yeah, that took forever.
yeah.
So are they trying to grab us as we go through? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to avoid those.
Yeah, so either you'll want to do perform under pressure to just like dash through, or you could do smite your enemies if you wanted to try to kick at some of them. Either one, a poor roll could result in you being trapped.
I'm going to try to perform under pressure,
All right.
Okay.
even though I have a -1. Why didn't I take Portal?
Hey,
Nice.
So
easy
that's an
peasy.
8.
An 8. Okay. So yeah, you dash through and you get out to the hallway to the living room, and you see the gorilla is still like ripping up parts of the floor to get more pieces to yank at,
Got it.
and you see Margot, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Like attached to the corner of the room in the most horrible way.
Oh, no.
And it's like trying to get so a 4th arm is coming over to like join the party.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And
Quick question. Would we consider these arms a device?
you want to try something? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's check
Yeah,
on.
no, I'm just for future.
What do you
Well,
want to do?
I'm gonna try to run after Kevin, but given Murphy's Law, this is surely gonna go well.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's that
What's
would
your
be
medal?
a 6.
+0 medal.
Yeah,
Oh,
No.
that's a shame.
What were you trying to do?
I was just following him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't hard, but yeah.
So I'm gonna have. Let's see. Yeah, you weren't smiting. So I'm gonna have 1 harm that ignores your armor.
Okay.
As this thing, it grabs you, you spin, you actually like bounce off the corner of the countertop.
I figured it'd probably pull me. Like, does it pull me like under the flap of linoleum?
Yeah, like you're up to your shins, right? As
Okay.
you're like disoriented, and it grabs
now it's
you,
pulling me under.
and you're like, oh, that took so long to lay flat. It was like 4 minutes of the episode devoted to like how hard that was.
Should have used a better glue. Dang it.
What is under here? Why won't it lie flat?
And it turns out what was under there was evil.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go.
Yep.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, go to Rin.
Sweet. Well, what I would actually like to do is wait until, like, there's an assembled, like, yucky mannequin at some point, yeah?
Yeah.
Said there were like heads rolling. And,
Yeah, like down under. Like they're trying to outpace the gorilla's
Yeah.
speed of tearing them apart,
Respect.
and so yeah, there's a lot of like, go behind the gorilla.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to wait and hold until I see one.
Uh-huh.
And I can just explain. My plan is to spit my wad of gum at a fully assembled one and try to take over it.
Okay.
Nice.
That is my entire plan.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you do perform under pressure.
Yeah.
Before we can do your Deus Ex Machina roll.
Sweet. 7 plus 2 is a 9.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you blast your gum across there. 7 and 9. I'm not going to give you any sort of plus or minus to your Deus Ex Machina roll.
Okay.
So we'll
Sweet.
just get to try something weird.
26 plus judgment. 7 plus 1 is an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you get to just drop into it. Nothing
Yeah, you
special.
can use the object
Okay.
as if an expert were operating it.
Okay. Yeah, you sort of come to sitting up under the thing. You have like a stone arm, a plastic arm,
Cool. Can
plastic
my normal
torso.
body have gone like limp on this? Like this feels like a very powerful thing.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't be able to like be watching myself doing. This
Yeah,
one.
I think so. And I think as you sit up, you see your body, like one arm is going around your throat
Yeah.
and the other's like grabbing around your middle and they're just like pulling you towards the wall.
Yep.
And you're like, well, that's probably not good.
That's not great.
But you have 2 stone legs, plastic arm, plastic torso. You don't know what your head's made out of.
Yeah. I can see everything but my own head.
Yep.
Perfect. Cool. Well, I'm gonna fight more now.
Okay.
And while trying to like avoid the gorilla, who
Oh.
probably is very upset about it.
And because of your previous action, you know what Quicksilver tastes like, and you taste Quicksilver
Oh.
in this body.
I don't have a tongue, and yet I taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
good.
can open your mouth, though.
Can I?
Mhm.
What comes out? Can I speak?
Are you going to?
Mic check. 1, 2.
Yeah. You get this, like, kind of like toy microphone, like,
Speak and spell.
yeah. Well, less electronic, right? It's like just super shitty sound quality, like plastic reverberate, kind of tinny voice.
Yep.
That's even creepier.
That's
Yeah.
so creepy.
And I turn to you guys and go, "It's your girl. Get my body."
Gorilla?
Is it that easy?
I think we have
I'm
to
not in
check
the
with
room.
Gorilla
He's in the room.
first.
So you say that to Matt.
Well, Matt's not in the room. He's upset.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're there.
Okay, great. Okay, if you say that, then
Yeah.
Because you just you're sitting on the floor of the thing that's just, there's no floor. But You're sitting on the dirt, right?
Okay.
You're like, you sit up in this new body and you're like, it's your girl.
Yeah.
cool. I probably was heading towards to rip you apart, and then
You can see like my signature like green gum just wide.
Yeah.
okay, I got it. So then I turn, and then if I see the other things dragging off her body, I 100% will go pull the things and grab her actual body.
Okay, let's do smite your enemies and hopefully not hurt your friend.
And I'm covering your flank for what that's worth.
Oh
Hey.
wow! Okay.
Boxcars plus 2.
Yeah.
Nice.
So 14
Oh,
to
my.
save my friend.
Oh, it's too high. You roll
Yes,
too-
sir.
yeah,
That's
it goes around the horn.
Yeah, you've gone too far.
Yep.
Yes.
That's how you roll a 1 in Demigods. It's
Oh.
Fact.
14.
Away.
I have spoken.
I was about
Nice.
All right, so yeah, you leap over there, pull this thing off from around her throat, and the body doesn't gasp because it's not sort of consciously reacting.
Right.
But yeah, you throw the other things apart and you pull it, and just like Quicksilver sprays out of the shoulder joints as you pull these things apart, and you pick up. I keep wanting to say you pick up Quiddy.
Yeah.
That's not what happens.
Yeah.
Pick up Margot.
Yeah.
What do you do with her?
I probably rush into. Did I see?
Probably, yeah, we probably haven't seen it.
Yeah, they're trying to get out of the kitchen to come down the hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and no, you went blasting through, didn't you?
He's in the living room now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you made it to the living room.
I made it to the living room.
So
Okay.
you're in the same place.
Got it. Okay,
You'll
so
find me on the way out.
yeah, I probably just rush into like wherever the back door is to try and get her out of the house.
Yeah. Okay.
But also, I'm like, gorilla?
It's probably not the first time you've turned into a gorilla.
No, I feel like it's a good powerful but house-sized.
Yeah, like a
Last
go-to
animal.
thing that
Yeah.
you use.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just making sure.
Alright.
Just let
Yeah.
like.
Too cool.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, because you all have known each other
Maybe
for
I
a
can
year
create
at this
this.
point.
Yeah, okay.
You've seen
Seen
gorilla
some shit.
Yeah.
gorilla flora.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna ask while I'm out there, though. I'm gonna be like, friends, take care of her. Like with my.
well,
with the plant. Yeah.
so first of all, you're going down the hallway, go to like blast through the kitchen. You have to jump over Matt, who's like getting sucked under the linoleum. He's like grabbing it as you like whoop, do the Donkey Kong jump over him.
Hey.
And you know set her. And you're like, take care. You're like, oh, what?
I should probably help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's got a?
I have an idea.
Okay.
It's really awful, but I'm going to do it
I
anyway.
like it. I like it already.
Do it.
So I'm going to bend fate and push. I'm basically going to like little help here, Dad, and I'm going to roll bend fate and see what the heck
Oh,
happens.
nice.
So I got to pick things first, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to push my gift beyond its normal limits if that's for my boon, and maybe I probably continuation of something bad finds me. I think if I fail, it sucks me downstairs.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Oh.
Thanks, Dad.
That's a 3 on the die.
Yeah.
So,
So it'll be a
wow.
total of 4. So
All right.
I am in the basement. Those are.
Don't ever touch
Those
them
are
again.
nothing.
Nice
Yeah.
shield.
Those
Yeah,
are
maybe get some other
those are
ones
gone
here.
now.
How about these? Let's turn
Hey,
these.
Hey, we got the
Oh, yeah.
Demigods dice.
Oh yeah, Demigods.
They never roll poorly.
All right.
what are you doing?
Don't do that.
That is not cool.
I'm evil.
So the basement is really nice this time of year. It's cool.
All right.
Nice. Down
So you're gonna take 2 harm, ignoring armor. I think. Like this
Oh,
is
ouch.
as you get yanked under, you're like, you know, like scraping
Yeah,
across
scraping
everything
across
that could be under there.
Ow.
And I'm gonna have you roll versus grievous harm. And so,
okay.
like in a lot of PBTA games, you want to roll low on this one.
Well, I should use the other dice.
Oh yeah, can we have those back?
Do I add anything to this?
You are going to roll the amount of harm that you just took.
Okay.
So,
So 2.
yeah, not your total amount of harm.
See,
I have headphones on. Oh my god.
Wild.
Why?
Weird. What a world I lived in this whole game.
so this plus 2.
Yes,
All right.
but roll real low. Not
Nope.
like
Oh,
that.
God.
That's the worst
Those are
possible result.
opposite
Yeah,
dice.
take those.
Take
That's-
them away.
Because this is Murphy's Law in action. This is
Yeah.
why I played this character.
So that's an 11. And do you have the grievous harm there? Here it is.
Yep.
So you get to pick, or I can pick for you if you don't want to.
Let's see.
You get one thing from the 10 plus list.
I'm going to give the Herald a hard move
Why would you do that?
Why would you?
because it's fun. So I choose 1 from that, or do I choose 2?
You only have to pick one unless you choose the 2 things from
No,
7
I think
and
the
9.
hard move makes more sense because now I'm in this evil basement.
Okay. How much harm are you at?
3.
Okay. You get pulled down under the kitchen, which hadn't really been exposed much yet, and you're like, oh, this is where a lot of the rest of the limbs are.
I have found them.
Yeah. And they're like swarming over you, and like arms, legs, everything, like trying to like wrap around you, and you all can start to see like just floorboards are getting pushed out of the way all over the place. Like the floors are just done in here.
Yeah.
There are sections of wall that are
Full
just hanging there, right? Because the floor's gone from under it.
Okay.
So the just basically the whole floor is crunching in on itself, and that's gone. So it's just dirt floor. And we see our friend Matt basically being taken hostage by this giant pile of limbs. And
Can I say something? Can I yell something?
yeah, sure. Your
I'm
mouth's
gonna-
not covered yet.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I better get a Maserati out of this, Dad. As the things are like.
Nice.
The move I want to use is the okay. I need to. Can I see your sheet real quick?
That's never
All right.
a good sign.
It
Yeah.
never is.
That is not a good sign.
I
Yeah.
wish I could be like, no.
No, you cannot.
What sheet?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna turn. So one of the Herald Hard moves is to turn a gift back on you. And so your aura of inspiration is actually now an aura of desperation. And all of you lose heart. You actually you didn't realize how much you were buoyed by his presence.
Yeah.
And now it's completely flipped. This is hopeless and pointless, and none of you are going to make it out of this alive. So, what do? You can see your friend being like pulled in, like he's being held hostage by this giant pile of limbs.
Well, I don't know
on
about
that
the rest
side
of
the
you,
house.
but I am going to panic.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good call.
Yeah.
I like that. I also do that.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to try to cast a spell.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to try to cast like an immobilize spell
Yeah, all right.
on the arms.
The ones on him?
On the ones on him.
Yeah, okay. 'Cause you probably can't hit all of them.
Yeah, no, just the ones
Yeah.
on him. And blah, 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 blah. I am willing to take the cost of drawing the unwanted attention of having them then focus on me.
Okay.
So
Right.
that's what I'll do. Is I'll mobilize them with a spell and take the cost of having the unwanted attention of them coming upon me.
Excellent. All right. Let's roll spell casting.
Get it? I believe in you. Yeah.
Double.
Okay.
Doubles.
Doubles.
Woo!
Get some.
Got a thread, and so that's plus weird. So that's a 9.
I think that's got to be 10, right?
Oh, that's a 10.
Yeah.
Yerp. So yeah.
Uh,
So restrict the movement.
Okay.
Can I also reveal like where the source of power is coming from?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The like mass of limbs that are grabbing him are starting to become like semi-humanoid shape, and you're starting to see the like telltale signs of like the markings of Mercury.
Damn it.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
So it's not
that's
that
fair.
this is Mercury,
Yeah.
but it is
Mercury-esque.
sent by perhaps
Mercurial.
Mercurial.
one might say.
Someone might.
Mercurian.
Yeah.
So then the cost of now they can feel free to focus on this guy.
Yep, they will. What's your mechanoplastic stone body doing?
I actually wanted to do a pierce the veil check to see like what I'm interacting with. I want to figure out how this
Yeah.
works.
Okay.
These are all good. 7 + 1 is an 8. I'll take it.
Okay.
That works.
So before you ask questions, I'm going to say you are like dealing with an interface and you are actively. Does your character do any hacking or like computer work?
No.
Okay. So I'll just say you are actively preventing something from something is trying to stop you all the time, and
Yeah.
part of your attention is like, nope, I'm going to keep doing this. Stay out of my head.
Okay.
And that's just a constant pressure that's on you while you're controlling this.
Gotcha. Okay. Then let's ask. Bloop, bloop, bloop. How do I get this, like, substance to retreat?
You would.
Have I figured out that, like, the mercury is controlling these, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. If you could manipulate the temperature in the right way, or banish a god,
Okay.
as a couple of
We'll
options
try
there.
the
That
Hobbit.
yeah.
That seems like...
That's the range.
Yeah.
Cool. Noted. Sweet.
But getting mercury, the material, very cold makes it shrink and reduce.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Last question, just as a memory, because I did enjoy this episode. Did they talk about this place having central air conditioning?
No.
That was one of the things that made it worth
Yes.
the like kind of smaller space, and
Yeah.
it was a good price. But yes, they have central air.
Central air.
All right, so then I think the body is just like scrabbling up from like the part underneath where it was and is heading for a thermostat, and we're gonna go
Okay.
have some adventures over there.
Okay. Good. Yeah, I think that took a little bit of time
Yeah,
and
for
focus to get that. What's our gorilla up to?
I think that after I dropped off Margot's actual body. I probably came right back in because Matt was in trouble. So he's now.
Oh yeah, and you're like standing over the
hole,
spot.
yeah,
where he's being trapped.
Okay. A little bit big for going down there.
Well, I mean, you can jump. It's just all broken open, right?
Oh,
So
got it,
you
okay.
could jump the 2 feet down.
Oh yeah, then I definitely.
But just so you know, like if you just go in, smite your enemies, there's a chance that you'll hurt your friend.
You should know that I'm babbling. Bad touch, bad touch, bad touch, bad touch.
Yes.
Nice.
Everyone agrees this is bad touch. No one wants this.
No.
Is it a situation where I could like reach down and like pull him up and try and get him back out? At least, I mean, I'm sure a lot of them will come with him. I won't save him completely, but pull him away from. For whatever reason, I feel like the ground is where the power is.
Yeah. So there's 2 ways to get there.
Okay.
If you want to do perform under pressure,
Okay.
We could do the. You get it. You try to do it, or there's a complication, or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it to smite your enemies, you could do like make an opening and like help him get out of there. So
I feel like she's doing more of a rescue at this point. So
okay.
I think perform under pressure.
Like, I just imagine you like reaching, like grabbing his collar or something. Like,
Yeah.
oh, get off.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to reach up for the gorilla providing aid.
Okay, great.
Nice.
Well, she can roll first, and then you
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, you
Which
said
is
it.
which is why I needed to do that.
4, 5, 6.
Oh,
You
okay.
could do it.
What's that?
5 plus my awe, so that's
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
And then on a 7 and 9, you also get a threat.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, that's normally the 10 plus result, but the muse is very
Yeah.
inspiring.
I am
Okay.
definitely reaching out for the gorilla.
Please, gorilla,
Gorilla.
thank you. So yeah, she pulls you out of there. There's a lot of like ripped clothes.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect, like CW shirt rip.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
what kind of ab situation are we talking about here?
I mean, he's not fat or anything, but he's not like totally.
Oh,
ripped,
okay.
But it's,
He's like-
decent.
Yeah, kind of wiry.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
HGTV dudes are like zaddies. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, there's not a lot of ripped shirt situation on HGTV.
Yeah. Well.
Much to its detriment.
I mean,
Unfortunately.
I would be a fan.
I'd be a bigger fan.
Yeah, right? Keep
Yeah.
Property Property Brothers
that
is all I'm
shit.
That's right.
saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's fair.
HGTV, take a listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what
If
you
you're
need to
watching.
do.
It's the only thing ever on at the nail salon I go to, and so I've watched a lot of HGTV that I don't even have TV, like cable TV at home, but like I know a lot about HGTV.
Yes.
The minute we start doing any house stuff, it's all HGTV all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you successfully pull him out of there because you got, well, that got you to 7, right?
Yes.
So we do need some complications.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? You yank him out of there. You kind of go up and onto the kitchen counter, and
Okay.
there's like a couple arms on you, and you're like,
yeah.
like they're not like you're dealing with them,
Right,
right?
get-
It's a
get them
couple
off.
things,
Yeah.
but you fall back, and you're not like fall into the pile, but like they're grabbing your legs,
Okay.
and you're like having trouble. You're not as mobile as you were.
Okay.
So you're not trapped yet, but this could go badly.
Okay.
You were going to the thermostat. What was the spell you just did?
Immobilized, so that would made it like the arms were not moving and grasping as close.
Right.
Make
Okay.
it easier for Kimmy to grab him.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. That worked well. Let's go to
Sweet.
the AC
So we're
thermostat.
going to gently thunk the piece of gum from the head of the statue onto the thermostat so I can boof into this.
So you're leaving the statue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully I go into the thermostat. I guess I just go back into my body if it doesn't work.
Yeah. Let's roll.
Cool.
I've never had an artisan do this before. Like go from one machine to another machine.
Oh no.
The dice!
It's a 4.
Cool.
Dad.
So 4 plus 1 is a 5. Yeah. You know what? That's my gift to you. Is where do I go?
Well, unless you want to spend a thread to get Fate's favor.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah. All right.
Put
Seems fine.
put a third die in the mix.
Oh!
Man, Murphy
That
is
tracks.
all
Kimmy,
over the place
you remember
today.
that time where you had like a 1 and something, and
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, you might as well spin a thread. You're not going to get another one.
That's what happens every time Jason suggests, oh, what's the
Yeah, what's
chance?
the likelihood that that's going to happen?
You had
Yeah.
a 5 and 6 chance of doing better than that.
Anything else would have been wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh
happened.
my.
Okay.
Well,
so
So,
So where'd I go?
So that was your Deus Ex Machina roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it say anything on the 6 minus? Okay. Yeah. You go right into the thermostat.
Oh.
And you realize this whole house has like ring front door, thermostat. It's wired up for like voice control, like lights.
ooh.
And you're gonna lose a little bit of time because you like lose yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot going on in this little house. Like, this is not what I was bargaining for. And-
Devices are listening. I knew it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much information. And Alexa's like, hello? What are you doing here?
Hey,
I'm so lonely.
Cortana, and I just like
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, big heart. Okay. All right, so yeah, you're going to lose some time to that.
Totally fine.
Because that was bad.
Yeah.
And, I'm also going to have you roll Grievous Harm, but just +0.
Okay. I don't even know what to touch anymore because all the dice are
Or
on
the
zero.
Demigods dice, they always roll well.
Why would you do this?
Dear listener, Abria, my good friend, just flipped me off.
Yeah. And I meant it. Yeah, that
There you go.
tracks.
That's
It's
better.
10.
Oof.
Yeah.
+0.
Good job, dice.
Oh,
Good job, dice. I knew that was coming. I felt it.
I did what I could.
Did you know?
What do you want from the 10 plus list?
Cool.
What do you want?
Block.
So many good options.
Yeah.
It's a buffet of just fuck.
Yeah, it's bad.
Let's just become stunned for a moment.
Yeah, that makes
I think
sense
I'm
kind
just
of
a
for the narrative
thermostat
anyway.
now,
Yeah. You're like, maintain 72 degrees.
Thermostat.
Ooh.
This is like my purpose in life now.
What was I so worried about before? I can't remember.
Yeah. All right, so Matt, you just got thrown up onto the countertop. You can see the gorilla starting to get bogged down.
I am gonna go help the gorilla.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Wow, none of my abilities are really great for this. So, I guess.
I mean, you can talk to them.
Sure.
Everything's on the table.
Yeah, why not? I will. I'm gonna try to sway someone.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, look, hands. I'm gonna hold up a hand. Now listen. Can't we? I think we should just talk about this because I think this is really it's causing a lot of damage to the house, and these were very nice people, and we worked really very hard on their house. So if you could, maybe just sort of knock this off for a second, we could just talk this out. I think we'd all be better. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
So sway someone. That'll work.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. I love it.
6 plus that would be a 9.
9.
Nice.
Okay. So what sort of price would you offer for them to meet your reasonable request?
I don't think they'd take my father. Yeah. I think I'll take the spotlight on this, and I'll be like, look, you can just take me, leave them alone. You'll take me, and I'll go talk to Mercury. Actually, did I know that? Because you saw it. Or was that something that we all saw, or you saw it?
I saw it.
I don't think
Okay.
you've had a chance to
Yeah.
tell
Well,
everyone about it.
I'll talk to whoever your boss is. We'll work this out. Just take me. Let's leave my friends alone. You're freaking them out with this whole headless mannequin thing, and it's really freaky. So, just take me. Leave them alone.
So the hand that you're holding doesn't try to grab your face, but it's also not.
I hadn't thought of that.
But it's also not dead, right?
Right.
It's not like a dead plastic
Right, just
arm
sort of
now.
moving around.
It's like, still alive.
Ish. Okay.
But a very humanoid version stumbles out of the living room with 2 stone legs and 2 plastic arms, and a stone head, it turns out.
Okay.
Plastic torso. And it's like herky-jerky, it steps out of
it's
the
like a bad dream.
living room
Super
and like
gross.
leans
super-
against the door jamb of the entrance to the kitchen because it's like clearly not balanced very well. One leg's a little bit longer.
Need a chair.
And it like opens his mouth in that horrible like plasticky voice.
It's not right.
What makes you think I just want you?
Okay, that's a point. But I'm just trying to say that, you don't need all of us. You just need the one person. Right? What do you need us for? What do you need? Tell me what you need.
Blood.
Right. Right, of course. That's clear.
You are hated.
We get good ratings. Ratings are up. We got renewed. I don't know what you're talking about.
It is thoroughly confused by that statement.
Got him.
And it's like lurching and like is gonna come at you in a minute, but it's like, what? But it's like gonna get at you. It's not permanently paused, but it is.
I'm like, no, we have
Yeah.
ratings, Flora. I think
Yeah.
we really should. We can talk this out, Flora.
We'll say you've stunned it.
Yeah.
As,
I've confused it
Yeah.
momentarily.
Flora?
I think.
I say ratings not good for anything.
Exactly. See?
Do it.
So I feel like Flora's like hit her point. Like all these things are not alive and they're all moving and she's trapped now and her friends might be in trouble. So I think she's going to pull an ascendance move.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So I think her ascendance move says, the living world needs you now more than ever. By the way, this is the first time I've used an ascendance move in a Demigods ever.
Oh, yay.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
always play super safe with it. I don't-
Yeah. Raven never did.
No. And you can see exactly what needs to be done. Call forth the vines and brambles, summon the hordes of animals, and reap sweet justice on those who wreak havoc on the earth. So yeah, I'm going to call all my plant friends.
Yeah,
who
I mean they were halfway into the basement already.
Yeah,
so,
it's
yeah.
like, fuck this shit.
Fuck this monster in
Yes.
particular.
Yeah. It's like, this is
Okay.
not okay.
So yeah, well, what happens?
I feel like, who's still in the house? You guys
all-
are all in the house.
Yeah, we're all
just
in the
like
house.
Your body's outside.
Okay, your body's outside.
Sitting quietly in the like silent walkway.
Nice.
Okay, well, there's nothing I
I
can
have
do
a
about
body.
that. But as far as like the three of us whose bodies are in the house, I feel like these roots just come like big, thick, probably from like big oak trees around or something.
Yeah.
Come through and like lift us up, like away from this evil, terrible floor. And I feel like these vines that were growing in the basement just like come in and just like wrap around like this dude and or I guess mix of person. And just like hold him like really tight, and then all the little things. So then I just climb out.
Okay, you're still a gorilla.
Yeah, I'm still a gorilla.
I think didn't you get the 10+?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I can
you
change
flip
back and forth.
if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like she feels very safe in a gorilla form right now.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
No.
I'm just picturing like the view from the police and the firefighters still dealing with the couple
Yeah.
across the street. Like bushes and plants are busting through the windows and they're not noticing it because it's weird.
Yeah.
No one wants to see that happen. So yeah, there's this like blast through for you. Like because you were getting trapped. You step up, and I think it's like so big, you're not even consciously controlling all of it. And it's as you move, roots come up to be under your feet, as you're just
cool.
like, move, get out of the,
Yeah.
and it's like adjusting to fit where you're going. And the vines start to fill in the space that was the crawl space. And so a lot of the limbs are busted, like probably half of the entire resource is gone.
Nice.
And the thing that was talking to Matt is trapped. You wanted to wrap it up,
Yeah,
I think?
yeah.
Or did you want to rip it apart?
No, because I feel like it's going to be how we settle this problem
Okay.
eventually. Because obviously ripping these things apart isn't necessarily going
That's fun.
to... Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the situation is currently not dangerous. It will be, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like quicksilver all over the place. The plants are currently unbothered by it. They would eventually be poisoned by, because it's poisonous.
Yeah.
But this is not a now problem.
Yeah.
Also, you shouldn't put it in your mouth. That's
Talking about, oops. I eat so much bad sushi. She's immune to this at this
Okay.
point.
Let's see. You're still kind of like facing off with this.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Now it's all
And-
wrapped up in vines, and I'm like, oh.
Where were you?
I was in the living room at last. No, we were all outside. We'd all gotten outside, right?
No, we're like kitchen area. Yeah.
So I think we were all in sort of the same area.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. Let's check in with our thermostat buddy.
I'm fine. This is fine. 72 degrees.
Yeah, you have this vague, distant memory of like, why did I want to be a thermostat? And like,
Yeah. Why did I ever not want to be this?
yeah. But yeah, it's kind of coming back to you of like who you are and why you're here. What is it you want to do with this resource?
Do I feel like I have a sense of control of it?
Mm-hmm.
That I am it?
Yep.
Well, let's execute on the plan, and we're gonna get very, very, very cold.
Okay. I like that. That's
Would this be like Ben Bait?
yeah, I think so because you're really like trying to make this machine do more than just like 65 degrees. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, we installed a factory-sized air conditioning
There you
unit
go.
for this small house.
All right, there we go. Wait, I think I have like a minus. No, okay, it's just a 0. So
An 11.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. The air conditioner kicks on, starts blasting cold air into the house, and you are like consciously going like, that compressor's not going to work, and the compressor like creaks and grows and like takes on a larger compressor size, and then this fuse is like, oh no, that we're gonna need 3 more of those, and you're like, yeah, no, more voltage. Like the whole unit is like just getting swole.
Yeah. I'll buff AC.
Yeah, and
Snow is coming out of the vents. And
pretty much, yeah. You are blasting like freezer air into the
Nice.
house, and lots of plants grow in tundra places, so that's not an issue for plants. But so inside the house, the leftover quicksilver just splattered all over the place is starting to like not gel, but become more cohesive and like start to run rivulets down through the it's like retreating down through the roots. You have this whole like root floor. That's not what a root cellar is, though.
no, it is now.
The majority of the arms and legs have calmed down. There's just this main like one figure that's in the house, and even that is looking like it's starting to list. Leaning against the wall and sliding back a little bit. As all of you are starting to be like, ooh, it's like really cold in here.
Cold.
It's probably like within a few seconds, it's probably 40 degrees in here
Oof.
and dropping.
Done.
And if you're from Los Angeles, that's Arctic.
Yeah.
oh my god,
Well,
you guys are dying. I think.
Yeah, I mean a 25-degree drop in a few seconds.
Yeah.
is-
Big deal.
yeah. What are we doing?
I mean, I'll look at the creature and be like, okay, now look, what do you need the blood for? Maybe we can work something out. Because Matt's not getting it, that it wants his blood.
Yeah.
Mercury demands recompense.
Like a signed autograph sort of situation? Or
This boy.
Vengeance.
is this about the train thing?
Yes.
Oh,
It's so like there's so much like discontent in this voice.
oh, hey, it's about the train thing, guys. The train. Remember the?
Oh wait,
the
yeah.
train. Oh, that wasn't
Because I
us.
started thinking about it was Mercury. Yeah, it wasn't us.
No, that's those other demigods.
I'm gonna need you to roll
Yeah,
swipes of
yeah.
one.
Yeah. I am
Do
so
it.
here for lying. Do a good lie.
Yes,
Yeah.
there we go. With sway some artists, but so that's 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
One
think
mouse.
this thing is not geared to accept that level of like Like it's a really simple automaton. It can follow some directions, and that is just so largely untrue. It's just overwhelming. As this thing stumbles, like it was gonna, it was trying to get itself back up to come after you, and it does. But then the one of its legs stops being animated, and just boop, just tips over as the other leg is bending, and it's trying to balance on one leg, and then that leg becomes stiff and stops flexing, and then the whole thing just clatters and breaks apart on the root floor. There's still lots of limbs laying around, but all of the quicksilver is drained down through the roots, and it's suddenly quiet.
Well. Just
the not quite hum, like the roar of an enormous machine blasting cold air into the house.
And is very into it, more cold. I forgot why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Cold!
Do it to the max.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Good. How do we turn the AC off? And where's Margot?
She's sitting outside.
Oh, well,
Margot, what are you doing outside? Can you turn this AC off?
Unconscious.
I dropped her off. She got hit. She's unconscious.
let's just use the thermostat. Let's use the thermostat.
Oh, right, good point. Yeah, let's just use the thermostat.
We're going.
Well, then you see the gum on the thermostat.
Yeah.
Margot.
Are you tapping the gum?
Yeah, basically, just Margot. Get out of the thermostat. We're good.
I mean, really, you're a whole house.
I'm a house right now. Oh my god.
What happens when
And
you take
all
the
the
gum?
Alexas speak in unison. Colder.
No colder. No need for colder.
Hey, Alexa, give us
no.
back
There's
Margot.
no Alexa now. And all the lights turn off.
There is no Alexa.
There is only Margot.
I think Sam owns the bar now.
No, we can fix this. Margot, come on. Come on, you don't want to be in the house. You want to be in your body. You want to go back to your workshop. Remember all your stuff. Remember your bar.
You didn't finish all those experiments.
Oh my god, experiment. Scrape off the gum.
Is that what we do? We just pull the gum off?
Yeah.
Ew.
Oh, okay.
Here's a stick.
I'll just use my hands. It's fine. Pull the gum off.
And then Margot just walks in from the back like, ew, you touched it. Disgusting. You guys are so gross.
What?
That's gum that's been in my mouth.
You said to pull it off.
So nasty. I didn't
Here.
say that.
All right. We're still not done yet.
Yeah.
What's happening next?
Being a house was very fun, by the way.
I'm sure it was.
Super enjoyed it.
So, Mercury's pissed at us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That lie is probably not going to last for too long.
Well, I'm not sure it lasted at all. I mean,
Okay.
let's be honest.
But at least got us out of that. So, we should maybe do something about that?
Like a gift basket.
Oh, gift basket is nice.
Gift basket.
Yeah.
Can I pull out the vial? What's the vial doing?
You have 2 vials.
I have 2 vials. I have a double sample in 1 vial.
Oh, okay, that's fine. It is. You just have like a long tube of quicksilver.
Is it just normal Quicksilver?
You probably have to taste it again.
Stop! I will.
It's you turn it and it'll move like up the vial and then come back down.
Okay.
Without needing to be moved around.
Okay, I just wanted to see if it was like trying to go somewhere.
No, it looks more like it's acting like a lava lamp,
Oh, okay.
which is not normal for quicksilver.
Yeah,
but,
that's
Yeah.
fair. But it's also not very interesting.
Yeah.
So we need to, I guess, talk to him somehow?
I guess we should.
We could just work with the city and try and get the trains working, because that's also a very eco-friendly way to travel.
It is.
Still a gorilla?
Probably yes.
With that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make whatever vocal. They're your vocal
they're more
cords.
yeah.
But how do we convince Mercury to not, kill us before we fix the
happens.
trains?
We should ask him, I guess, or his agent, or something. I'll try a spell.
Oh, okay.
Well, that always works.
I could ask my dad.
That works.
No.
not.
That works even worse.
Yes.
Well, let's try the spell thing. That is my point.
See, there we go.
Okay, and I'm just gonna take a couple steps back.
Oh, I think we all do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just a simple one.
Uh-huh.
I just write some.
We'll be here around the corner.
There's some automatic writing on a piece of paper.
Uh-huh.
I just write blah blah blah.
Dear Mercury.
Well, it's just automatic writing. Don't even know what I'm writing. Don't even know what I'm writing.
Sweet.
I pick up the piece of paper. I say the words. I light the corner on fire, and what's left is the name of the person we got to go see.
Ooh, that's cool. Nice.
And
That's probably a lot.
well, no, it is. It's what's it?
11?
11.
Yeah. Okay, so your effects are you like reveal the secret?
Reveal the secret. Yep.
Okay.
And like I get 2 effects: so reveal the secret and communicate impossibly.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And oh wait, no, not 2 harm. Draw unwanted. Well, I guess draw unwanted attention
Oh, okay. I like that.
is the cost.
All right. So there is a moment where you're writing this down and you set the thing on fire, and it's supposed to the fire's supposed to go across and then still leave a piece of paper, but the whole thing burns up, and you're like, oh, that's not how that's supposed to work.
No,
You've done this spell like a dozen times,
No.
right? It's like a super easy divination spell.
No.
But then, you're like, what? But you felt the magic, there's a potent magical presence here of this spell that just went off. And the head of the thing that fell apart rolls onto the back, just the head, right? It's like, well, I didn't think it would come to this.
What?
Well, none
That's
of
super creepy.
Mercury?
yeah.
And the head wobbles and goes upright on its neck.
None of us thought it would, Mercury.
Hi. Sorry about the train thing.
You're willing to pay recompense.
How about make amends?
The blood thing seemed like a lot.
Pay
Blood?
Yeah.
They wanted our blood.
They were out for blood.
A
We'd
blood
love to-
sacrifice would be sufficient.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying make amends. Is there like a
Well, what if we get the trains working again?
yeah?
I'd prefer that.
Okay.
Oh,
Yo,
good.
I
Us
think
too. Yeah.
I genuinely think the blood sacrifice is easier.
Probably.
It would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Los Angeles after all.
I would clear all debts. He doesn't have hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you mean it'd be a blood sacrifice of one of us?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
That's less good.
You just can't
Weird.
pick up a random hobo and kill them, you guys.
well, who said they're a hobo? We're so close to Silicon Beach. Eat the rich.
Oh my god, you're all terrible.
I know. And I wasn't considering it seriously. It's
Oh,
hard to
yes.
take Mercury seriously because it's just like ahead.
Well, I mean,
So-
we're up against sort of a hard time slot next season. I mean, that the other probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just make amends, and if we can get the train hub fixed, I think we can. Then we're good. We're square.
And you will provide mass promotional materials to support the building of this train.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
Hey, value your labor. What else are you going to give us?
I believe you need a body.
I can build a body.
You know, well, yeah, this all started. Did you put that idea in Samantha's head?
No.
I was going to say.
She is her own being.
Thank
All right.
you.
I'm just saying that's
Mercury?
how we wound up here.
I wouldn't negate somebody's free will.
Aw. He
Even
would
if-
sacrifice
Okay.
us.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yes.
kill people, but
Yes.
not the free will part. Okay.
That's actually
All right.
pretty chill. Thanks, Mercury.
I mean, HGTV's never done a train episode, like remodel a train station,
Yeah, see,
That's fair.
or if we can sell it.
Oh,
we can try.
talk
Yeah.
about how it would raise home values in the area. Also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be some cool, maybe some neat underground garden sort of a situation.
Yeah, that
Oh,
would be
that'd be
fantastic.
great. Yeah.
So we're just going to, do this thing for Mercury.
So he doesn't kill us.
Well, we kind of did mess it up in the first place anyway, and it would be good
I
for the
don't
neighborhood.
remember it that way.
Well,
You
I
owe
do.
me.
I mean,
Listen to the head.
think of how many cars wouldn't be on the road if people were able to take the train. It would help traffic. Magic word.
Okay, well, I'm in.
All right. And I guess also we would take the body. If you said you have a spare body.
What kind of body?
Is it a nice body?
Oh, and it doesn't have hands.
One of these dumb stone things?
What would you like it to be made of?
You know what? I don't want one of your crappy bodies. I got this. Don't worry about it. Bye. Ooh, orichalcum.
Oh.
I should have said it faster. Oopsie.
They always leave right when you start talking about
I
orichalcum.
know, right? Stingy bitch.
Stingy, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll sway someone.
Oh no! I cannot overstate how bad this is going to be.
9 minus 1 is an 8.
Really?
All right.
Okay.
My first non-off.
Artisan
character.
got a 7 to 9. Are you willing to just ingest the quicksilver you collected? You have this sense of like the offer that's being made to you without words, like.
Yeah, I'm weird, and I've swallowed worse. And then does it.
Okay. Then the
I light it
whole
on
lot of
fire.
questions.
Oh
like,
my
like
God.
A shot. The signature shot at Samantha is like a lot. Like lots of the shots are like on fire.
yeah.
So,
We're all kind of watching it like,
yeah. What?
okay.
Bottoms up.
So you shoot it.
Yep.
And then the mannequin parts that are here shimmer and flow, briefly silver, and then much more. What material? Oh, it actually looks like the dark wood that the bar is made out of.
Yeah. Yep.
And where there would be veins, you can see this like red gold, streaks of orichalcum through that. Like you can see in the ankles, and yeah, you've got all of the pieces to put this body together
Okay,
in your work.
cool.
You'll need your workshop to finish it, but.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to pull out my doorknob really quick, walk to literally any door, open it, and just, like, toe nudge all
Yeah.
the
All
shit
the
in there,
zombies in there.
close it,
Yeah.
and then just like, okay, that's a later Margot problem.
Well, porque no los dos.
Yeah.
I love the idea too that you like the bottom of the door is not of the house. Like there's no floor there, but you like open it up and now there's a floor.
Yeah.
Like,
You go be in there.
put the pieces in there, and you've collected those pieces, and I'm aware of our time here. It's almost 7, so I just want to do a quick epilogue. Where are you next month?
Yeah.
To like try to action Mercury's plans because you did promise a god you were going to do something. Even if he's a shitty Roman god.
He's a shitty Roman god. We're not going to try that.
We're trying that.
But you made a promise.
We did.
So I think Flora and I probably went and did a pitch meeting to
Yeah.
pitch the
Yeah.
train rehab show.
Yeah. Before she left, though, Flora made sure all the roots went back where they were supposed to go.
Okay.
Because she didn't want people coming and being like, "Oh, the roots ripped up this house.
Oh, yeah.
Let's rip out all the plants."
Tear out all the
So
plants. Yeah.
she put them all back. So everything. So terrible people.
Yeah.
Awful people ripped
Somebody
the house.
came in and wrecked the floors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
no.
a crime.
No,
Yeah, we're
actually, no, none of that. Wizard.
Oh.
We're
Okay.
gonna fix it.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Okay. I like it.
I cast a spell, fixed it.
I love
At
it.
least
We were never here.
Yeah, basically, yeah. At least
Yeah,
the,
you actually, with this ley line crossing, you
Yeah.
have a lot of power
Yeah,
at your
it's like-
disposal to be like,
boom.
just
But
unbreak
there you go.
these.
Yeah.
Unbreak.
Nice.
Yeah, all the
Unbreak.
pieces are here. It's not like a monster was eating the floor.
Yeah.
It's just shattered all over
Yeah.
the place. You're like, let's put that back
Like-
together.
Do you have a spell for crown molding? Because we didn't really get a chance to do that last time during the rehab. I mean, could you? Okay,
It's
never
no.
mind. Sorry.
You know what? I'll put together a quote.
Please,
Oh,
please cast shiplap.
Like maybe some wainscoting.
Yes.
I'll put together a nice quote for you
Okay.
for next time.
Spell HGT.
Yes.
Okay,
So we definitely put together a pitch.
repair the house. So you're
Yeah.
pitching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we pitched. That this would be great. It'd be help the city, and it'd be HTV's never done a whole rehab of a train station, and
And the ecological benefits,
Right.
it's good for their green initiative and look, public transportation, how it can help your neighborhood,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So
Nice.
tying it in with the whole marketing approach that way as well.
Yeah, I think the God of TV probably doesn't care that much about HGTV. I know it has a lot of watchers, right? But in real life?
Yeah.
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 Like millions of people
Yeah.
watching
Yeah.
TV? Oh, okay. Well, that's a lot. So yeah, I think at one point, you're talking to the mortal human executives, and then they just sort of, it's like, boop, it's just like pause. And the TV behind them is now speaking to you, and you finish the deal
With him.
with TV.
With TV.
Okay.
And you have this whole conversation about like, I get what you're doing for Mercury, but what's in it for me? And
Yeah.
then like
Right.
the deal continues,
Right.
Yes.
wheeling and dealing
Perfect.
compounds.
To get TV a chicken so we can give the thing to Mercury and
Yeah.
get the tray.
Like now we're playing
Yeah.
World of Warcraft.
It's a fetch quest and an escort quest.
The worst.
What's Margot up to?
I think Margot spent a lot of time creating a automaton, like assuming that like mechanics go into the future. She literally has like an automaton now that looks exactly like her, but is made of the materials of the thing. So normal people, when they come to the bar, think they're looking at Margot and can stay behind the bar. So Sam and I trade offs, because sometimes Sam also gets bored of like tending bar, so one of us will be
Okay.
in this automaton at any given point in time.
That's
So
pretty cool.
does Sam come out looking like a wooden woman, or does it turn into like a flesh and blood body when you're done making it?
I like the idea that it looks wooden, and that any magical or like demigod or above like sees that this is like a automaton made of the bar that's just a dead ringer for Margot that refers to herself as Samantha.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and mortals definitely see a normal person.
Yeah, they
like
just see
they
Margot.
can't like take that in. Okay, that's cool. And what about for?
And she's in love with Kevin.
That's,
Or sorry, Matt.
With Matt.
yeah.
We've gone on a couple dates.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be fair.
Just break the ice
nice.
a little.
Yeah, movie,
Yeah.
And I'm such a weird mom. I'm like, you have her back by last call. I swear to God.
Tell me, of course, it's a little weird. She looks exactly like you, but it's all right.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, sorry about that a little bit.
Are you?
Wait, why?
No, it's like going out with someone's twin, I guess.
Oh my God, we're twins! Yay! Take care of her!
Of course.
Just be careful of splinters.
Oh.
And Matt leaves with a really worried look.
Good point.
I'm
Oh.
glad someone said it. I wasn't going to go there because I'm too,
Genteel?
sophisticated.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gibby.
Thank you for taking us there.
Wow.
Boy would know.
Yeah,
What's Kevin's epilogue?
And Kevin is, still hanging around the bar, helping these guys whenever there's like,
do you like leverage the secret society
Oh, yeah.
to like
Whenever-
bring the train thing?
yeah,
into
whenever
existence?
there's a blockage, whenever there's a recalcitrant like city council person, someone is getting in the way.
What were the eyeballs for?
It's for the Morrigan.
Oh, all right.
The Morrigan. I got to get the eyeballs back to the Morrigan at some point.
I see. Okay.
That's a whole.
She's a P.O. box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a it's a whole thing. It's business. But yeah, so yeah, whenever there's like someone in the way,
Yeah.
let's get really in the way. Just drop a line to the network, and they disappear.
Truck
Cool.
full of mercenaries.
Yeah, they have there's an accident. There's a thing goes on.
Yeah.
Truck full of mercenaries. They just
Each and every time I think it's my fault. You jerk.
never your fault.
I love it.
Sort of your fault.
So
All
full
right.
of guilt.
Well, that's Demigods.
Yay!
And I want to say again, Brian, a million thank yous for
Thank
supporting the
you so
Kickstarter.
much.
No, I like. It was great.
It was like hugely big project that it meant so much to me to have the kind of support that I had. So sincerely, I thank you for that. And for the three of you joining us today, I appreciate you being here to sort of, carry out the backer promises that I made on everyone else's behalf.
I'm stoked to have played a game with you.
Yeah. I'd not met you.
Yeah, I'm sorry we all had to put up with Brian. Oh, he's in the room still.
no.
I'm still here. It's okay.
That's
fair.
awkward.
Earmuffs,
That's fair.
Okay. But I thank you everyone for being here to do
Yeah.
this.
And if they want to find out more about this game, where do they go?
Demigodspbta.com. Or my Twitter is at it's probably okay, just the letters okay.
Nice.
So,
Okay. Awesome. All right.
Is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, and if you want to check out all the rest of the Happy Jacks stuff, you go to happyjacks.org/shows.
Yes.
And all of our shows forever. The one-shots are there.
Yeah.
The campaigns are there. It's awesome. You should check it out.
That's a lot of stuff. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
If I told you the things I've seen on my ways, if I told you the things I've done in my days, you wouldn't believe me anyway. So it's best I just don't say. I've lived 1,000